Hey everybody, it's Ray here, and we've got a very special guest today. But first and foremost, before we get started with any of that, if you can hear what I'm saying, just give me a 1 in the chat box. We want to make sure that everybody can hear before we get started. So just give us a 1, or if you don't want to put a 1, put where you're from so we know exactly where you're coming from. And we'll, there we go. You can see Veronica. All right, so at least one person can hear us. Let's see if more of those ones start rolling in. We're going to get started in just a couple of moments. Let's see. Throw those ones in there, folks. Unless you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, don't do it. There we go. Now we're starting to see the ones. All right. Very good. Mike and Veronica and Pete. Okay, good. All right. Keep them coming in so we can make sure, because we want to make sure everybody can hear what we have to say, because we've got some very important and very cool things that we're going to talk about today. And if you ever do presentations, or if you ever do videos, then this is exactly where you want to be, because we're going to be talking about a way that you, even if you're not a video professional or somebody that is really good with video tools, you're going to be able to create all sorts of really cool videos and presentations, and you'll be able to do it from anywhere at any time and without a lot of effort, but with a lot of flair and a lot of style. And we've got a very, very special guest. And you've probably, if you're on Facebook, it would be hard pressed for you to not have seen what's going on with him. And Adil, are you there?
I am here, Ray. Hi, everybody.
All right.
Hello. And that's
So we're
me on
glad
screen.
you are indeed the superhero, at least this week. So you did. If you haven't seen it on Facebook, man, oh man, he has taken over Facebook for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and he's got cars, and he's got music, and he's got dancing, and he's got all sorts of things going on in anticipation of one of the more exciting video-based launches, and not just video, but presentation in general. And so, Adil, I'm going to let you jump in here if you want to start telling people a little bit more about yourself, and then we'll get started with how they can make videos for all the things they do without all that hard effort that we usually have to put in.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Ray. I'll take it from here. In fact, well, actually, you know what? Hello, guys. How are you doing? You good? You good? Good. Let's give people a little bit of a shout out in here. Just let me know where you're from. It's always nice to get an indication of where people are from in various parts of the world. All right, so we've got Richard in the house. Hello, Richard from Orlando, Florida. What's that, Ray?
I said a lot of people from Florida, apparently.
Really? I was in Florida about 2 years ago. Went to a little mastermind out there, and it's very sunny compared to the UK. Right, we got Charles here from Palm Coast. Wow, Florida as well. Mike P is also from Florida. Wait a minute. Oh, Charles is also from Florida. Is this like a Florida gang thing going on here? Is this like a webinar group for Floridanians? I just made up a word. I don't even know what I say half of the time. Right, so hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is supposed to be an interactive webinar. There is a chat box on your right. I don't know what it's like on other webinars, but with my webinars, I don't want to be talking to myself. I do that most of the time anyway, okay? It's the schizophrenia. Right, so go ahead and in the chat box, let me know if you can hear me, number one, what your name is, and if you want any pills, because I've got all different types of pills, medicines, potions, injections, vaccines that you could probably hope for. Right, let's have a look. So hello, Richard. Richard's laughing out loud. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need therapy after this webinar, by the way. Marty said it's Floridanian. I can't even say that word. Floridians. Floridians. It sounds like something from a Doctor Who film. Floridians, Daleks, exterminate, exterminate. All right, so good. Everybody can hear me okay. I'm just going to dive straight into this. So I think most people have seen this or come across it so far. Your inbox has probably been slammed by this, right? Who here has seen this particular product or heard about it? Yes? I don't know what it is with these ones. Just say yes if you have. If you haven't, say no. Okay, Richard says I have. Vicky says I have. Mike B says yes. All right, granted, everybody's pretty much seen it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go behind the scenes here. Mikey says I've seen it everywhere, right? I've seen it too on bus stops, poster boards, billboards, train stations, subways. Now, Charles says I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it in action yet. Well, it's your lucky day. I'm going to give you a full behind the scenes that nobody else has had, because I'm obviously the creator, and I know Ray, I know Chad. We're kind of tired like that. We've been rolling for many, many years together. And my face looks like that on the screen, especially the glazed eyes. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to reveal how to create amazing presentations, videos, and ebooks in a matter of minutes, okay, using this new super all-in-one marvelous technology. Now, this is a great solution for being able to create stunning slides, presentations or videos, content, courses, tutorials, webinars, and even landscape-oriented ebooks in a flash, okay? And plus, one of the best features that I like about this, it comes with voice recording and also a music studio built in. Now, you know, obviously, you've probably got Everlesson. Who here's got Everlesson? Who here is using a tool and a platform like Everlesson and all the other suites that Chad and Ray offer? Keith says, yeah. Marty says, how high is your avatar? Well, by the end of this webinar, you too will be high. I wish you were after listening to me. Mike B says, no, I haven't heard of that. Vicky says, yes. Keith says, yes. Stephen says, Everlesson, yeah, and LCS. So great. So this tool and what I'm going to reveal to you today is going to be a great fit for those type of platforms and softwares that you already have. It's going to integrate perfectly and beautifully together. Okay, it's just a match made in heaven. Right. So who am I? Go to that next slide there. Obviously, I wrote this because it says the genius on there, but I think many would probably contest that statement. Now, I went out in Dubai and I took these pictures. Yeah, and I look like a geek and a dumbass, but hey, I wanted some nicer pictures. Back in the day, I would take pictures with my phone, right? But not anymore. Now I'm willing to spend at least $50 on a photographer. So my name's Adil Chowdhury, by the way. I'm an entrepreneur. I've got various products online you may have heard of, like Scribble, Pixel Studio, and so on and so on. But my background starts off making Big Macs. In fact, Ronald McDonald was my first employer. I've got no degree, no qualifications. I'm pretty much like you. In fact, most of you guys are probably smarter than me. Heck, Ronald himself is probably smarter than me. But eventually I figured out this online internet thing, and I kind of figured my way through the forums and the eBay and places like that until I started making money online, and then transitioned into the digital world, okay, making millions of dollars online. Right, so that's great. Vicky says, hi Adil, I love your products. Vicky, I love you too, sweetheart. I love you too. Now, I promise you that you've never seen a product release like this before, ever in your life. Big, bold statement, I know. But listen, I'm not here for your money. I'm going to make this statement because I really mean it. When have you seen something like this before in your life? This is the product, the biggest product release that you're ever going to see, that even Hollywood movie stars got involved. They really did. Now, you will be able to watch the footage and the behind the scenes in the members area once you get this secret software. We've got Angelina, Will Smith. I don't know, maybe having Will Smith here was a bad idea because he just goes around slapping people. We had Disney singers, we had a Batmobile, James Bond. It was just a whole load of fun. And yeah, and I got a chance to get in that Batmobile too. It didn't go very fast, by the way, but hey, it looks good. Now, so stay until the very end to discover what is in the case. Right now, this is all about presentation. So bringing it back to presentations. Presentations themselves are super essential. Now, we need to create presentations to be able to convey and share content rapidly. They're useful for any type of sales funnels, whether you want to build your list or create a course or put your courses even into Everlesson and LCS to be able to pitch and sell your products and services. You need presentations. Whether you want to teach students or your clients, whether you're conducting live webinars or automated webinars, whether you're creating videos for YouTube or want to put together lessons, training and meetings online or offline, you need, ultimately, all they are presentations. So they're essential. You with me so far? Good. Now, you'll see thousands of courses on sites like Udemy, which at the end of the day, again, are just slides and presentations put together, turned into video. Now, remember this as we keep going though, okay? Courses are simply presentations, as you already probably know, right? Most of you are using probably some kind of platform like Everlesson or Teachable or one of those type of things, or maybe even Udemy to sell your content. Now, there's people making six figures every single year with their content on these type of platforms. Now, the key though, because there's so many of these people out there, there's so many courses out there, the key is to create beautiful, engaging presentations that make you stand out from everybody else. You with me? Good, good, good. Let's continue. Now, let's have a look at this. What is this thing on the screen? Look at this screenshot. It's asking the visitor to sign up for a free masterclass. Wink, wink. What do you think the masterclass really is going to be once somebody opts in and turns up? What is it? It's this is where you interact and try and sound smart. What is it? Come on, folks, let's go. Put your comments in the box. Put your comments in the box. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to start telling my crappy jokes. Mike B goes, sales webby. Well, yeah, it is. It's gonna be a sales message or a presentation of some kind. Charles goes, masterclass equals sales pitch. Absolutely, Charles. You're a smart crowd. I don't know where Chad got you guys from, but you guys are pretty astute and clever, right? Yeah, it's a presentation, and obviously they're there to convey some information to you, to educate you, and then to sell something to you, right? Now, here's this bold dude here who looks like an egg. It's my man, Neil Patel. Now, he puts together a lot of videos here, and this particular video, all it was a presentation with bullet points on it and his big head. That's all it was, okay? Now, the problem currently is that you have to use multiple different types of softwares, stick them together to be able to create presentations. They're hard to create. Most of them are ugly looking things, okay, that look like they're from 1998. They really do. They're time consuming. They take weeks, months, to take forever to put together, especially during our busy lives and hectic schedules. Got to do a lot of research, a lot of planning, all the editing, designing, formatting. And then you've got to sticky tape things together. You've got to make the slides first, then you can make the videos and the audio recordings and the background music. If you want to go down the freelancer route, you can do. But if you've got like $1,000 every time you want to put together a presentation, I don't think so. I don't want to do that. I'd rather spend that on biscuits, chocolates, and cocoa. Now, there's also the stock templates route. If you want to go to a site like, I don't know, Theme Forest or Envato, yeah, you can get one of those nice looking templates, but you really want to be spending $75 per template, but then you just have to figure out how to edit that damn thing. So these are the current options that you have to create presentations as we stand. The first one is PhotoPlop. Okay, we're talking about Amber Heard level. Right now, I went into Photoshop about 15 years ago and I ran back out. Look at the dials in this thing, look at the menus, look at the options, look at the waves, look at the graphs. I ain't no physics professor. Okay, I'm definitely not Einstein. I went in, I ran out. And if you do end up using one of these tools, you're looking at spending $240 a year. No, thank you, ma'am. I'd rather spend that money on biscuits. Now, the next option after that, after using the design options inside of photo, what did I call it? Let me go back. PhotoPlop is PowerPoo, right? PowerPoo. To create your slides, what are your options today? What is it? Keynote, PowerPoo, well, obviously PowerPoint. What is it, right? Now, this thing was great 30 years ago, but now in the modern era, when design is incredibly important, nah, you don't want to be using PowerPoint. Definitely not. Plain slides, just don't cut it anymore. Now, it's fine for kids back then and kids doing ABC in their classrooms, but anyone beyond school, nah, you're going to look like a fool. It's too basic, it's too ghetto, and it shows that you're not with the modern times. Plus, our boy Bill Gates hasn't updated it for decades. He's too busy playing Mario Kart or something, making vaccines and saving the world, right? So if you do want to use PowerPoint, you're going to be looking at spending $70 a year. Do you really want to spend $70 a year? I know where I'd rather spend that $70 a year on Netflix and marshmallows, right? And then once you've created your slides with PowerPoo and PhotoPlop, you have to then use expensive tools like Camtasia Studio, to record your speech over the slides, to add the music, to add the audio, to edit it, and then turn it into video. Are you with me so far, guys? Yes, yes, or yes? Everybody's saying yes. Marty says, yeah, Bill's too busy buying up all the farmland. You know what? He should create a game called Farmville. I'm with you there, Marty. I'm with you. Charles says, yes, I'm here. Right, so good. If you do end up figuring out how to use a tool like this, and I know Ray uses a lot of these video types of software himself, so does Chad, you're looking at spending $250 plus the annual fee of another $50. And you know already by now where I would rather spend my money. That's right, on marshmallows, cocoa, and hot chocolate. Okay, now you're looking at spending about $600 a year if you use those type of tools, and everybody just wants to charge you recurring. I don't know what it is. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, eBay probably pay. Everybody, your mother-in-law just wants to take money out of your pocket every single month, right? We don't like that. And if you end up using these tools over the next, I don't know, like 10 years, that's like $6,000. No, thank you, ma'am. I'd rather spend that money on chocolates, cocoa, and marshmallows, right? So I had a vision one day. I was in a mountain. I had a can of Coke thrown at my head, and this vision came to me. I wanted to create a solution that incorporated all those various different types of softwares, but all in one. So you can create presentations, audio, plus the video and the music. Okay, I wanted it to allow anybody to make presentations fast. I wanted you to be able to make presentations in minutes around your busy daily schedules. I wanted it to be easy to use. I wanted it to be beautiful, right? So you can, and template based. I wanted you to ditch using expensive software. Again, none of that expensive stuff. I wanted it to be very, very simple that you can literally use it with your toes, right? And I wanted it to be able to provide you with an income opportunity so that you can start using a tool like this to make you some money, you know? And I've got some great testimonials, actually, people making money with it right now. Like, wow, where's Kevin? I'll have that slide come up in a second. So the solution after 3 long years and $1 million in development was Prezentar. We really need some lightning sound effects at this point, so I'm going to try that again. Prezentar. Right? Okay. Ray, that was your moment, and I'm so glad you delivered. Okay, I'm so glad.
I've been practicing all week.
He's been preparing all week. I'm so impressed. That was just so on point there and at the right time. He was meant for this. He really was. So there's now just 3 easy steps to creating an incredible presentation that's going to sell anybody. Okay. Step 1, you select a template. Step 2, you add in your content. Step 3, you hit export. And that's it. Then you got beautiful presentations that look like this. Now, I wish my butt looked like that too. Now, you'll be able to turn those ugly looking slides that you probably have made yourself and are guilty for, I know, very bad, into beautiful slides that look like that thing on the right. Okay, stunning effects. Wow, have you ever seen anything like this before? We've got templates in every different type of niche and category that you can think of, from health to fitness to yoga to spirituality to, I don't know, baseball, e-learning, languages. I mean, look at that dude in that car. I don't know who let that guy in that car. Okay, number one, I don't have a license, and no wonder that squirrel is concerned, right? Okay, yes, that's me, by the way, right? And so the 3 steps. It's so simple to create a presentation and videos that you can use in your marketing for your courses inside of Everlesson, inside of LCS, and all the other platforms and the tools that you're currently using. So this is how you do it. Step number 1 is you pick a template. Nothing complicated there. You find something that you like, you click on it. Step number 2, you customize it. Now you can add your text to the presentations and the slides. You can change the backgrounds. Somebody was asking about backgrounds right now. Mark says, can you get rid of backgrounds like Canva? Yes, you can. Listen, we don't talk about tools like that around here. We definitely don't. We go and beat people like Canva up, okay, for breakfast. We eat them and we throw them in the bin. So step number 2 is you customize your presentation. You can add your backgrounds, your animations, effects, logos, images, edit your text. You can add in slides, objects. You can record audio, add music. You can add videos inside. I'll show you that. That's a great feature. That's a great hack as well. And a lot more right in the software, even if you're a complete dummy like me. In fact, my lollipop lady did it the other day. I don't know if you know what the word lollipop lady is. Here in the UK, they're called lollipop lady. It's one of those people that wear a high vis, one of those yellow reflective jackets, and they help kiddies cross the road, across the pedestrian crossing. Is that what you call it? I don't know what it is. I don't know what you call them in there, but anyway, lollipop lady. We call them a lollipop lady around here. Anyway, I digress. Step number 3, download and share your presentation. You can share your presentation as a video, right? You can export your presentations as slides inside of an interactive HTML viewer, and as an ebook, as a landscape, horizontal oriented ebook, which is very rare. It's very rare you see those, and I'll show you. You're going to be blown away by that. And you can actually use those inside of Everlesson and other tools to provide supplemental educational pieces like a PDF to your customers, your clients, your subscribers, your audience, as well as the videos. So there's a multi-dynamic format that you can play with here. Okay. Now, Kevin, our man Kevin, made $2,500 in one day just last month by creating a presentation for a client, and he got paid $2,500. Now, what would you do with $2,500? Do you know what I would do with $2,500? Can anybody guess? Let me know in the chat box right now. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. In the meantime, there's a chat box on your right, by the way. This is not a replay. This is live. Okay, so don't make me come around and poke you in the nose. Let me know in the box. What would you do? Well, actually, what would I do with $2,500? And what would you do with $2,500? Keith said, I'll have a party. Keith, we know, I've heard about your parties. Okay, they involve powder, strippers, and Did I say that out loud? Oh, I'm sorry. Vicky says cocoa and marshmallows. Vicky, you know me so well, baby. You know me so well. Cocoa and marshmallows. That's exactly what I would spend $2,500 on. Steven says I buy a tank of gas for my car, at least part of a tank. Absolutely. You know, with those gas prices right now, I think you need to definitely start creating these presentations so you can start making money to cover that. Right. Marty says, me, I will give charity. You hookers and blow. Listen, Marty, we're supposed to keep that private and under the table. We're supposed to be focused here. Now, Prezentar will give you a mega power, extreme graphics, and marvelous results. The reason why I put marvelous results there because that's got the word marvel in there. I'm just a genius. Right. No one appreciates me. Now, Prezentar is built with our latest core technology, which is infused with a revolutionary pixel point engine for presentations that convert. All of that sounds sexy. You probably have no idea what it means. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. Now, presentations on demand. This is really what you need to know. You see, Prezentar will allow you to create any type of presentation that you need whenever you want. Right, whether it's right now, tomorrow, or the day after, or the month after. Stunning presentations that look like this in every niche that you can think of. Now, all of these templates that we have been designed by award-winning designers from all around the world. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on these templates. Like putting stuff together like this, whoo, it takes a lot of money and time, okay? But now they're available for you for like pennies, like they really are. So we've got all the latest modern design templates inside across multiple different niches. Now, all of these are actually scientifically crafted and designed to grab the attention of your specific audience, to invoke, to trigger emotion using clever psychology, to get you the outcome and the results that you want. It doesn't matter what niche you're in, what industry. Okay, what industry are you guys in right now? You know, who's your target market? It'll be interesting to know. Charles says, yeah, $2,500 I've spent on marshmallows and hot chocolate. Keith says, yeah, these look great. Now, what niche and industries are you guys in? Did I say guys and gals? Listen, guys means guys and gals. So yeah, Mike B goes roofing. That's interesting. Okay, fantastic. What are you saying, Bob?
Hey, Adil, I just wanted to jump in here really quick. I'm here on the call. It's good to see you.
Oh, my man's made it in the house. I love it, Chad. I love it. Chad is
Yeah, there was a little bit of a glitch. The system said 12:30, so I think you're gonna have some more people signing on here in a minute.
Oh, really? Really? I think you were too busy eating cocoa and marshmallows. I don't know what Chad was doing. That's his excuse, folks. But they were all here. They were here on time, Chad. You go back to sleep, my friend. You go back to sleep.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's all right. We love you, man. We love you. Keith says affiliate marketing, roofing, plumbing, educational, finance, languages. Right. We've got topics and language and themes for anything you can think of. And plus, if there's something that you want that's not there, you let me know and I'll design it. Okay. Actually, you don't want to let me design. I'll get it designed properly. Right. Spending thousands of dollars on a designer to do that for you. Okay, so fantastic. We're going to move on right now. So now you can use Prezentar for any different type of purpose. It's just like there's so many things and so many ways you can use Prezentar for, and then integrate it with tools like Chad's Everlesson, LCS, and all the other education platforms that he provides you. You can create courses with this. You can create tutorials, webinars, reviews, pitches. You can sell, you can teach, you can create videos for YouTube, you can create demos, lessons. You can use them for meetings, whether they're online or offline in the classroom or online on Zoom or Skype or Webinar or Webinar Jam or GoToWebinar, Boom, Room, and Doom. I don't know what other type of, there's so many type of platforms online, right? We cover them all. Essentially, these are presentations that you can use to educate and sell your audience, right? Now I'm going to run through the features very quickly, and then we'll go and do a live demo. All right, so good. Now, there's incredible features inside of the software that you haven't seen before. We've got amazing templates. Now it says 50 there, but that's for the front end. We're going to give you guys a special bundle that's going to give you a lot more, right? Just because me and Chad are quite tight and we go back 50 years. In fact, Chad was a lot older than I am, and he knew the dinosaurs personally, but I don't go that far back, but we know each other for a long time. So I said, look, Chad, I'm going to do something special for you guys. So we'll get to that later. Right, you got 500 slide layouts, more than that actually with the bundle deal. More than 500 slide layouts. So each template comes with different slide designs, including the title slide, the content slides, all the guts, all the layouts, and the ending slides. So you can mix and match, you can slide things in, you can add things, you can remove things, you can play with things however you want. You can tickle it with your finger, whatever you want, okay? We've got the animation studio inside, which allows you to add animation effects to your objects, to your images, to your backgrounds, to your videos. Okay, the last thing that you should do in today's day and age, where attention is so scarce, especially with all these apps, and I'm one of them. You know, 1 minute I'm on TikTok, then I'm on YouTube, then I'm on dodgy websites that I shouldn't say out in public, then I'm on Facebook, and then I'm on Pinterest. It's just crazy out here. You need to be able to engage your audience. So that's where the animation studio comes into play here. That's really going to help keep your visitors hooked and engaged. You can turn your presentations into video with one click of a button, and you don't need any external pieces of software. You go and create your slides, you hit a button, and it'll turn it into video. That's how easy it is, and it's great for your webinars, tutorials, and a whole lot more, right? And you don't even have to upload the videos anyway. It's all right in the software. Now, this is one of my favorite features. It's the built-in audio recorder, okay? This built-in audio recorder works, and it allows you to record audio over your slides through your very browser. And you don't even need a microphone, okay? I mean, you can go through, you can have a nice mic if you want. You don't need anything special. You just talk into your laptop. I mean, I talk to my laptop and my TV every day as it is. In fact, I talk to myself. But you can record your audio over the slides through your browser. You don't need any other third-party tools or plugins. Now, we also have an audio and music editor inside, so you can also edit your audio right inside of the software. It's really easy to do. So even if you're a dummy, like my mate Bob from next door, you just go inside, use your mouse with one little finger, and you can edit all that stuff. It's so easy. This tutorial's inside anyway, and I've done the tutorials. So drag and drop technology. So things are easy to move. You're familiar with these type of editors. I know you are, because you guys are smart, because Chad told me, and it's true. You guys are very, very clever. Okay. Fully customizable. Everything that you see inside, from the backgrounds to the fonts to the colors to the images to the vectors, it's all customizable. You can match things to and the colors and the fonts to suit your brand. You can add as many slides as you want. Branding, I think this is a big one for clients. So you can add your own logos or that of your clients to match the colors for them, okay, to really stand out from the competition. We've got loads of fonts inside, over 500 striking fonts. And I'm a fonts kind of guy. You know, I wake up every morning thinking about fonts. So is it going to be Arial today? Is it going to be Mully bold? Is it going to be Mully regular? I had to read the screen there for a second, folks. So yeah, we've got loads of fonts here, so you're never going to get bored. We've got loads of text and image effects you can wow your audience with. This is the one that you need to pay attention on. With presentations, you always need images. You can't have text and bullet points and text on slides. You need to mix it up with images. You visually engaging. We are visual creatures. People will judge a book by the cover. They will judge you in your presentation and your offer by the visuals that you have. So, and another thing, most people go to Google to get their images. And if you're doing that, I know you do. Listen, I've seen you go to Google and download and steal images, right? Naughty, naughty, you're going to get spanky on your bum. So don't be doing that, because you can get in trouble these days. So that's why we are providing you with thousands of images, high definition, beautiful, stunning images inside of the software library. So you're never going to have to pay ridiculous prices again for stock images. And you know, those things are expensive. They really are. We also give you hundreds of high definition backgrounds for your presentations, because obviously we're creating slides here. So you want to have, you know, a massive library at your disposal. We've got stock photo integration. So if there is something that you can't find, we've got loads of stock sites integrated into the software to find you something that you really, really want. You can also upload your images. You can upload images of me all day as well, Chad or Ray. So you can upload anything that you want right within the software. So that's great to go straight into your slides. And this one here, the image crop tool, is a feature that you never know you need until you need it. Now imagine you took a nice picture of yourself, but your ugly girlfriend was in the picture too, or your grandma, and you wanted to cut them out. Now you can upload your picture and crop them out right from within the software. Right, so there you go. So that's a really, really good feature. One-click sharing. Okay, we like this tool, we really do. You can now share your presentation with one click right from within the software. So you don't have to figure out how to download it, how to upload it to Dropbox, Google Box, G Drive, OneDrive, Red Drive, WeTransfer, and I don't even know how many different types of sharing platforms there are. Like, I'm tired of them. I just get confused. I don't even know where my stuff is anymore. That's why I dump everything on my desktop, which is a complete mess. So right inside of the software, we've got this powerful one-click sharing tool that just eliminates any type of thinking. You're going to love that one. Now, cloud storage. You don't have to download your files. You can leave everything in the cloud and come back to them whenever you want. Now, let's say it was for one of your courses or one of your videos, and you wanted to create a new module, a new video, or update some content, you go back inside your project library, just go ahead and update it. The same with if it was the case for a client of yours, go inside and create a new module or update some new slides for your client. Like, they could come to you at any time, and then obviously you can charge your client more money for that, or provide it as a service, but I would charge them more money. Now, this is a great feature that you've probably never seen before in your life. You can now embed videos inside of your slides. You can go to YouTube, grab any video that you want, and embed it right inside the slide. You can have the video full screen, meaning you can have a whole slide just as one big video, or you can make it smaller and just put it, place it wherever you want in the slide. And when you output the whole presentation, it'll come out as one massive video. It's just a beautiful feature. So you can export to video, you can export as an ebook in a landscape format, like a slide. Imagine a big rectangle, okay? And you can also export as slides inside of an interactive viewer. Woo! That was quite a run there. Are you liking that so far? We're not done just yet. I'm going to show you the software now in the next minute. Let me have a little bit of coffee.
Hey.
Yeah.
You got to remember to breathe.
Really? What's breathing, Chad? Chad, I've been on your webinars. You, my friend, don't breathe at all. You're a machine. I've learned everything from you.
I've gotten old, man. I've learned to breathe.
Really? You're taking it easy, huh? You're taking it easy. You got grey hair. I think you've got one grey hair now. I mean, things are really going downhill for you now after that. The minute you got that grey hair, Chad, on your goatee, man, life's gonna be hard now.
Dude, I'm honestly starting to look like you, and it happened like overnight.
Man's full of compliments today.
There'll be plenty of time for me to breathe when I'm dead.
There we go. There's a bit of motivation there for you, that we're all gonna die soon. Thanks, Ray. You guys are just full of energy today, aren't you? Chad say I'm gonna die. And
just for the record, I have no gray hair.
You've got no gray hair? Really? Man, we need some of that stuff that you're on there, Ray.
Well, maybe there's a few hidden there, but not many.
Woo! Fantastic. All right, so let's bring up the hey, as long as everybody can understand me, then hey, I guess that's okay. Are you guys understanding me? Is my accent too difficult to understand?
They don't understand a freaking word you're saying. It's a good thing you built a pretty piece of software.
Keith says, Chad, you are still young. Okay, well, you got one fan. Vicky says crystal clear. All right.
Seriously, I knew nobody was going to be able to understand you because I've hung out with you personally, but the software is so awesome. It's beautiful, man. Like this is the reason why, like, silently, I have like a love-hate relationship with you. Like, I hate your abilities with what you can do with software. It goes all the way back to Pixel Studio, and then you did it again with Scribble. I was telling Ray this the other day, and now this one right here. Like, I love your software. I can't say that for very many people. And the other thing I appreciate, Adil, is you're not launching something every month. You do it like once every 2 years.
Something like that, yeah. 3, yeah, maybe 4. When I start running low on funds and I need to pay my Netflix subscription, that's when I decide to do a launch every 5 years. Because that $11.99 a month, man, it's killing me. And now there's Disney Plus and Hublo and Bublo.
Yeah, but seriously, you have this. I'll talk about it when you're passed out from not breathing. But, yeah, no, I'll let you continue.
All right, so I've got 2 examples here with the export formats. Okay, so I'll show you these 2 first. I'll show you the video format and the slide export. So here we've got a video with one of the templates here. Let me play that. Should be streaming across. So this is a nice little. So this is a nice little Google AdSense theme. Now there's themes for everything. This one's a cartoony feel. We've got a real type of corporate feel. We've got every type of different feel and style inside of the software. So this one's quite cartoony. Remember, you can edit the text. You can change the text. It doesn't have to be about AdSense. You can change the headlines and the content inside. It's all drag and drop, changeable. You can upload your own image. So this is a video version. See how the video comes out? So this is a great way for you to create tutorials. Right now, 15 years ago, once upon a time, my very first product that I launched was some eBay tutorials, and they were bloody ugly. Like, they were white slides with black bullet points on there. But hey, I made 20 grand. you know, and I got excited about that. But now you can create beautiful, stunning slides and content for your own presentations, for your meetings, for your courses using Prezentar. So that's a quick video example there. Let me show you the interactive slide viewer example, so you can output your presentation like this. So this is it's a stunning template. It really is. You know, getting something like this designed yourself from a designer would cost you, like, on the cheap end. I mean, if you want to go to, you definitely don't want to go to Fiverr and find some dude whose name you can't even pronounce and pay $6, because this is going to be a disaster. If you want to get things done right, you pay people for it. Okay, so this is like a $400 or $500 type of slide. Okay, so look at this. You could slide through the presentation one slide at a time like this. It's just stunning. It's so beautiful. Remember, these are scientifically designed. Let me finish my sentence and then I'll explain the video, because you guys are blown away and shocked by the video right now. I know. Okay, they're scientifically designed with the specific audience and the niche that's being targeted in the presentation. So this one was on food, okay, organic eating. Again, you can customize the text so you can change it to whatever you want. I mean, all I can see are 2 boiled eggs there and an avocado. And down here in this interactive viewer, you have reference points. So if you are creating a presentation or a course or some kind, these type of reference points are just so handy to have, because your clients, your students, your customers can navigate and hover over these sort of reference points in these slides to see what's coming up, okay, and where they can find any type of information very quickly. So that's really, really handy. You normally won't find that. Okay, so it's very immersive, it's interactive, it's multimedia at its finest. So we can scroll through the presentation. Now, before the video comes up on the next slide, let me talk about that video. We actually embedded a video in this entire presentation. So you can actually enhance and use other people's content, other people's videos to buff up, to beef up your own content in your own presentations as a massive shortcut. Here we have Gordon. So Gordon's going to play now. Okay, so we have Gordon playing in the background because we embedded Gordon's video, and then I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. All right, and so that's Gordon there, and then you can move on from that. And then we've got some more beautiful. Look at that beautiful woman there. Look at those. Look at that broccoli. Look at those leaves and cherry tomatoes, and the, what is that? An orange? I don't even know what I'm talking about. To me, it looks like broccoli. Is that lettuce? Obviously, I don't cook. I've got a chef and his name is Jeeves. So moving on from that, I don't even know what's in that bowl. I'm not on a diet, so don't ask me. It's a beautiful template. So if you were in this niche with this audience, this is a stunning template that you would use. Down to the bullet points that have been crafted. Everything is beautiful. Okay, absolutely stunning. So, and we have right at the end, we have a call to action. You know, you should never leave a viewer hanging right at the end with nothing to do. Send them somewhere, make them click something, make them touch something, make them smell something, show them something, sell them something, get them to book a call, download something, you want to sell them something, okay? You want to make money, you want to get results. So there should be an objective at the end of your presentation. Okay, so that was the HTML slide viewer. Now, let me show you the landscape oriented ebooks. Now, this hasn't been seen before. This really hasn't been seen before. And if I bring up these 2 examples, you're going to understand what's different about this type of ebook compared to any other type of traditional ebook that you've seen online. So let me bring up the ebook and you tell me what's different about this ebook. Can anybody guess? Let me know in the chatty boxy. I ran out of coffee, so I'm probably going to go from 100 miles an hour now to maybe 96. So can anybody guess what is different about this ebook? That is an ebook that you're looking at on the screen right now. We've got a lot of people in the room right now, and can anybody guess? Come on, guys, don't be shy. I mean, I'm sure Chad does all kinds of things on his webinars. I mean, I've heard he dances as well in his bedroom. Yes, Vicky, that's right. It's horizontal. Rich says page flipping. No, it doesn't page flip. We actually have something that will page flip. So this is horizontal. There you go. Look at the rectangle. John Lynch says, will this work with webcam video as an insert? John, right now, no, nobody actually requested that. But if you want that, if you want to do webcam stuff and webcam shows, I'm the first person to do that with you. Listen, I would also like to have my own webcam shows and webcam videos and charge people for it. But no, I know exactly what you mean, John. We can actually get that done for you. So even if you do have a feature request or a suggestion, let me know, which you already have, and then we can go ahead and actually build that in for you. So that's actually a good idea, John. I knew you guys were smart. I knew it. So here's a 11 food tips presentation slide. Look at this beautiful slide. Everything is customizable. You can also embed a video as well, which they click on and it'll open up YouTube or Vimeo or wherever your video is hosted. So this slide is absolutely beautiful. I always wanted to know how to make a one-pan baked cod and veggies dish. I always wanted to know that. You can change this text, by the way, on the slides and the visuals and the images. But listen, there's no way that you would do this yourself. You want to figure out how to lay it out, find the right images, look at the styling, look at the cuts, look at the shapes, look at the lines, look at the borders. I love design, I really do. Okay, and in the end, you can have your call to actions. You can have a link to your Facebook, your profiles, your Instagram, your Twitter, your WhatsApp, your, I don't know, Weibo, and TikTok, whatever you want. Whatever you want. You can tell your program at the end. So you can have buttons as well. You with me so far? Good. So let me give you now a Prezentar demo. You guys want to see a demo? Would you like to see a demo? I think they would. We've got loads of people in the room right now. Wow. You guys have a very engaged following in Chad and Ray.
Adil, they know that they don't get it unless everybody on the call answers.
Oh, really? Do they know that?
Yeah, no, Mike knows that, Keith knows that, Vicky knows that, Rich knows that, John knows that, Marty knows that. Come on, y'all, type in the chat here and let them know how powerful y'all are, right? Because I really believe we have like the most active group in all of IM, right? But okay, there they go. There they go. Look at Keith says, yeah, let's do it. Charles says demo, yes. Vicky says, please. Rich says, let's go. We're powerful. John says, yes. Hey, John, good to see you. All right, Adil. Sorry about that. I'm having a good time, man. You're getting me all jazzed up.
Man, I mean, you are like Yoda to them, you know. So Father has to come in to get his crowd excited. I love it.
I'm pretty sure you're older than me, yeah? You're the Yoda.
I'm like 19. What are you talking about, Chad? Are you like 49 now? IM has aged you 15 years, hasn't it? I think it has. So we've got the software open right now. Now feast your eyes on this sucker, guys. Feast your eyes on this sucker. I told you, I love art. I'm a visual guy. I create beautiful design. Even the UI has to be beautiful. It really does. Look at this design. Look at the colors. Look at the layout. So
look at the
Adobe.
Photoshop, look at the Photoshop version of a deal.
Exactly.
Like 20 years ago.
I had them brush out my gray hair. I did and lose weight on my face. You know, that looks nothing like me. All right. So hey, I've seen your pictures, Chad, and you're a disaster right now. So we need to hook you up with my designer. We're gonna make you looking sexy again. Right. So to create your presentation, you would go to the templates tab, like so. Then the templates will load up and you can actually pick which type of template you want to go ahead and select. And there's hundreds in here. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds across all of these different type of categories, from arts, betting, trading, business, finance, computers, marketing, education, employment, fiction, Bitcoin, games, languages, spirituality. Somebody mentioned roofing, sports, travel. And I could scroll down and down and down. There's different types of fields, the different type of styles, the layouts, cosmetics. I like that one there. I like that beauty one, even though I've never worn lipstick once in my life, other than once on Susan's wedding. But that's another story. Affiliate marketing, make money online, self-development, spirituality, religion, sports, smartphones, electronics, games, yoga, health and fitness. We got UFO, sci-fi stuff, entertainment, ebooks, videos, presentations, health. It goes on and on, right? There's something there for everybody. Now, when you want to go inside, let's go ahead and pick one. Which one should we pick? I don't know. Any suggestions there, Chad? You want me to pick a certain one, or shall I just go with any one?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I really like the think positive one because I think simple is more powerful. But really? Like, okay. I gotta tell you, man, like a lot of tools come out or whatever, like you really do have like the most beautiful templates I've ever seen in my life. And like I said, that's another reason why I hate you personally deep down inside. But Yeah, they're incredible. Like, how many of you, you know, I'll talk about it afterwards, like I said, but man, you're doing a webinar right now, a deal. You got to have slides. We do a lot of courses. I'm in the process of creating a course right now. You got to have slides for courses. You really should, right? If you look at sales videos, if you look at how much money people have made from PowerPoint slides, you got to have slides. And these slides right here are just absolutely beautiful, right? Absolutely. I would really like to hop on a call with you, Adil, and see like what the hell is the secret to what do you know about design that I don't know? Because they're just incredible.
That goes back to when I was 15 years old, when I created some poster at school, and I had the teacher bring over the head teacher to show them what I had created, and I thought I was getting in trouble, but they actually were so impressed that they praised me. And looking back now, I realized that my gift is design and technology mixed together. You know, it's
Yeah,
either
you're
you have it
obsessed
or you
with it.
don't.
You are
Yeah.
obsessed with it.
Yeah, I mean, if I see a pixel out of place, it just peeves me off. I can't handle it. You know, $1 out of place, and people are like, my guys are like, how do you even see these things? It's just, you know, it's just you have it or you don't. You know.
Guys, type in the chat here, how many of you are getting some ideas for something you can do? And even though it says online poker or whatever, I can make that template do anything I want. I can use it
Yep.
for any niche or marketplace. Same with the one that says think positive. There is and Ray will tell you this too, he's a graphics and video guy. There is a science to finding colors that work well together. And this guy's already done it for you.
Yep. I can attest to, you know, the other side of that is I kind of fall into that same category of, oh, I need it to look good and I need these pixels to be in the right place, just like you were talking about. But I'm not necessarily the designer that you are. So I love the fact that there are templates like this. I live off of templates, and I also spend a lot of money on templates. So when I can find a software that has templates built in, well, I just know that not only is it going to make it much nicer, but it's also going to save me a ton of money. So there you go.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely beautiful. And you didn't shortchange it either, Adil. You know, like you set the bar high. When a piece of software comes out, there's usually what, 5 templates inside of there, 5 themes.
Yeah,
You
yeah, you
know,
get 5 themes or 10.
yeah, like you really go above and beyond. And the other thing I will say, I mean, I went out there and promoted your Scribble launch. I was the #1 affiliate on that. If you remember, we did a workshop and everything back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah, we did. That was crazy. That really did very well.
I was the #1 affiliate. I was living in my old house on Lenny. That was 3 years ago, at least 3
Yeah,
years ago. I'm
yeah.
still hearing about the updates with Scribble today.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great community, you know, when you have a great tool, a great brand, and a great solution, because ultimately this is solutions to people's problems. That's what we're doing. You know, to be successful, you need to be able to create solutions to people's problems. And right now, one of the biggest problems that people have is their presentations suck. And, you know, especially after the lockdown when everything went digital and it's all Zoom, it's all Skype meetings, it's all online sharing. You need to be able to present. You need to be able to communicate your content. And how do people do that right now? With Notepad, with Word, with PowerPoint? Are you kidding me? So you have to up your game now to stand out, because everybody is just conveying content the old traditional way when we're in the modern times right now. So you have to up your game. So you need to step it up. You need beautiful designs. I mean, if I just bring my slide over again, you know, the box that you see on the screen, I've spent weeks designing this box, and it's just an e-cover. You know, it makes no difference to the viewer or the customer, but it's so important to me to stand out. I mean, even that character, completely from scratch. This is Hollywood level artistry and design and animation, you know. So I go pretty deep into this, you know. But anyway, on the surface level, you don't have to think. No one has to think or use their brain. I've just take my templates, take my slides, add in your text, and you're good to go. And let the design do its thing for you. Okay, so I've done all the heavy lifting. So you get lots of different types of templates and design. Here's a nice little color themed one, so you can change the color. You can add to it obviously as well. We're just giving you a type of structure that you can follow. Here's one where that tells you to add a background. You can replace the background if you so wish. And there's different
And I'll
types of
tell
layouts
you,
and things.
when I'm using this tool, I'm probably going to go delete out all but 3 slides, and I'm just going to keep cloning those over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
For
so
the course I'm doing, for the webinar I'm doing, for the sales video I'm doing, I only need 2 or 3 different slides.
right, and that's it. So you take what you want to take, you delete what you don't, what you don't need. So the color one, yeah, some people might probably not want to use this one. Some people might like to have a color in the background and just maybe add some bullet points with some images. So I can go to images, go in right here. We've got thousands of images. You're never going to run out of an image. You really won't. There's thousands of stock images in here for you to use. You've got system images, you've got backgrounds. Let's have a look at some of the backgrounds. Oh, I clicked on web icons. So here's the web icons. We can have a video one there. There's something there. There's thousands and thousands of images. You're never gonna not find what you need. Let's have a look at one more image. Let's go to images. Let's see if there's anything with pets in there. Chad, have you got any dogs? Let's have a look for animals. Let's see what comes up. The first one that comes up is something that you have to get. So what's that first one? What is that? What is that? You're gonna have to get a lion now. Right, there you go, Chad. I don't know if you live in Vegas anymore.
That fits.
Yeah, there you go. So we've got lots. This is beautiful. I mean, look at that. Can you see that's not a tree? That's actually a human face, right? So we spent a lot of time designing these. It's not just getting an image and sticking it on a slide. Lots of thought goes into it, and then you can edit any part of this. So this could be module 2. I don't know, Chad's youth cream method, right? There we go. So there we go. That's that system there. It's a very powerful system. You should definitely get Chad's youth cream method system in this lesson. We'll cover, and then you can go on and add in your bullet points. You guys are smart enough to know how to lay out their content. You can have bullet 1, bullet 2. If we go on the right hand side, you can actually change the fonts like so. So there's lots and lots of different types of fonts for you. Okay, I like that one there. Actually, that kind of fits the black bold theme of this particular slide. You can change the colors. So we go down to the highlight text. Where's the color one? There's the color. We can change this one. So let's go with a more purple. Actually, I think the green one might suit this slide a little bit better. We go with that kind of limey green there. And we can then add. Now, let me show you the video one. So there's so many things I want to show. Where do I start? Okay, let me show you how to add a background. So you would click on this small plus. So this is really this is the same icon that you're going to be using again and again and again, is this one here, because you can add everything from that one little button. You can add your text, you can add images, media, and I'll go into media in just a few moments, and then shapes as well. So if I show you images, I'll show you the backgrounds tab, because backgrounds are pivotal to presentations, right? And I'm kind of fussy with my backgrounds. I'll spend ages looking for the right background. Let's just go with, what are these? Blueberries? Let's go with this one here. Let's add that in. Oh, look at that one. That's just beautiful, isn't it? That's just beautiful. So now that we have white font there, we want to make that black because the white doesn't stand out on white. So we can make that black. And there you go. So we can change this to module 1. And whatever you have here to discuss in module number 1. Let's make that black. And so on and so on. So you can add in your content. And now let me show you the video. So let's say you wanted to add a video. So I'm going to open up YouTube in my other dashboard here, bring that across, and let's find a video. Let's find in personal development. Type personal development in, and here's one by, is that Brian Tracy or is that Jim Rohn? Jim Rohn, okay. So let's grab his video. That's just some ad. So let's grab his video, move that back, and then click on this pencil here on the top right. Go to YouTube, and then add in that video URL. Okay, I'm just going to tell the software how long that video is and hit update. And what's going to happen is it's going to pull that video right into the software. There you go. You see that? So there is that YouTube video. It's been pulled right in. So I've basically added, I don't know how long that video was. I think it was like 10 minutes long. I've added 10 minutes of content to this presentation with just one click. And I can actually overlay my own text over the top of the video as well.
But
so
it's still being hosted on YouTube, right?
When you export this presentation as a video, like from this button here, it will actually download that video in the background, and it will turn that video basically it will download the video and turn it into a new video. So nothing will be hosted on YouTube anymore. So the software is clever like that. It's going to download it.
That's not the easiest thing to do in PowerPoint, and it's not very reliable either.
Right. So this one, what it does, it's going to download the video in the background, and it's going to join it with the rest of your slides and your voiceovers, which I'll show you how to do in about 2-3 minutes from now. Does that make sense? So we're going to be adding voiceovers to the other slides as if it was a presentation or a course for tutorials that you were recording. And then when it gets to this particular slide, it will just join it with this video, and then it will carry on, right? So it does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and the rendering does take time, because it's doing a lot of work and it's doing it on multiple servers in the cloud. And then it will send you an email to let you know that your video is ready. Okay. Most video applications are normally desktop based. You know, this heavy software, you have to install it and things like that, but everything's done in the cloud. So that really just doesn't take as much resources either on your computer, because it just does everything on the internet. So the next step is, once you have laid out all your slides and you're happy with your content, remember everything's all drag and drop. You can add images to your heart's content. You can add shapes. Oh, in fact, at the end, I would do one thing. You know, I don't want to, you should never leave people hanging at the end. I'm going to delete this ugly slide at the end. I actually don't like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and just delete that one because it's kind of ugly and boring. So let's say, I don't know, we could say book a call. Anybody here doing one of these consultation things? You know, book a call or buy my program. Let's just add it in a shape. I'll go back to this little plus, click on add shape. And let's find something that looks like a button. There we go, that looks like a button there. Now we need some text over the top. I'll go to this button here, click on add text, drag that down. In fact, I don't like that color of the button. That's an ugly gray. So let's change that color. There we go, that's a bit better. And we can put, I don't know, buy or schedule or schedule, yeah, schedule. It's a little bit big, so we need to find how to shrink that a little bit. Like so. And now you can add a hyperlink. Okay, so we can actually add a hyperlink to that. And on the right hand side, you have this link icon. You go ahead and click that. And here you can put a link to, if it was your Calendly or to any other system that you have. Maybe it's to a funnel page or your sales page, an order page, wherever. It doesn't really matter, wherever. Calendly.com/book. You could also have it go to another slide. So if you wanted them to click this and reference another slide like a bookmark, you can do that too. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Don't leave people hanging at the end and have nothing to do. You want to take their money, just like we're going to be doing today. Okay, but you want to give value first, obviously. Right, so fantastic. We've got a lot of comments coming in already. People are actually blown away, and we've got a lot more people in the room. Wow, fantastic. Right, so now imagine you have now laid out all of your slides with all the images and all the content. Oh, you see that magical effect? Did you see that effect? The way you add these effects is by going to the right-hand side. And there's so many options there. You know, this webinar would be 9 hours long if we go through all of these options. And you probably need to tell your friends and family not to call the police because you're missing, right? So we're not going to cover all of these features. I'll show you one. I'll show you the magical wand. See this little magical wand? You click on this and we've got lots of different types of features. So none of this is technical. You can just actually go in, click on one of these features, and that's it. Okay, so that's all you do. And you can see a little magical wand added as a little preview there to indicate an effect has been added. Now, once you have added in all your content across all the slides, and you can add as many videos as you want, by the way, as well, if you wanted to. The next thing that you need to do is to add your voiceover, assuming you want to add your voiceover and turn it into video. You know, if you just wanted slides, then you're good to go. Then you can just go ahead and click on the download and export this as slides. So the last one is slides. I think I should change the word HTML to slides because I mean, the HTML sounds kind of techie, doesn't it? I might change that to slides. I think so. PDF as well. But if you want to turn it into video, then it makes sense to add in audio over the top of your slides. Now, this is one of the best features that we have. It really is making your life so much easier. To add your audio over the top, you click on the plus again, go to media and click on a record. Very easy. It wasn't complicated, was it? And check this out. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I'm gonna click on record, and right now you can already see that the software is picking up the audio waves and my voice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this big red dot, which is a big giveaway, and it means record. I don't win any prizes for that. So now watch it. 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome to this incredible course and program that you've just purchased. It's called Think Positive, and this system is so good. It helps you become young again. It's called Chad is Getting Old, Psychology Help by me, Chad Nicely. Now, over this 2-week program, you're going to discover amazing, incredible mindset techniques, strategies, and finger tapping methods to become a lot more successful in life, think more positively, and turn into Tony Robbins. So please continue with this program as we go through the next few weeks. Okay, so now once you're done recording your audio over this particular slide, then you go ahead and click on stop. And then you would click on add once it's done processing there. Click on add. And now if you have a look at the bottom right, you can see this audio player added. You see that? That indicates an audio is now attached to this slide. And I didn't have to really do anything. Look how easy that was. All right, look how easy that was. Now, what you would do is you would go to every single slide in your presentation and repeat the same process. Now, this is just so great because you can go through your presentation at your own pace. So you don't have to record your voice, in one go if you don't want to, which you can do, by the way. There's an advanced feature setting in here if you're capable of recording audio in one breath, like most people can't. And this is the best way. So then you can go to the next slide and record your audio here. So again, I click on the plus, go to media, click on record, click on the red dot, and now I can record my voiceover for this particular slide. So here we go again. Welcome to module number 1. In this module, we're going to discover how to walk over coal to feel a lot more positive, grow your ego, and increase your bank balance. And then once you're done recording with that, you can go ahead and bring that widget back into view, click on stop, and let that process for a second, and then click on add. Okay, so you repeat the process slide by slide by slide, and when you do export your presentation, it's going to add up all the audio together, and you'll have a nice video. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Is that making sense? Richard Kevin says, I can't wait to dig into this software and start using it. Okay, fantastic. All these beautiful comments coming in. Fantastic comments coming in. Fantastic. So that was a great feature there. So I've shown you how to add the video like so. And I've showed you how to add audio as well. And you can also preview the audio by clicking on it, by the way. Hi, welcome to this incredible course. Okay. Marty says, if you record scene by scene, is there a pause in the audio when scenes change? There is a slight pause, but that's a natural pause though. And you can also tweak that pause as well, Marty. You can add buffers as well. Okay, so Vicky goes, yeah, it saves so much time and energy. It absolutely does, because when I develop software, I try and eliminate as much thinking as possible, because I know people are dumb, like me included, right? We're so busy. I don't want to think if I don't have to. I just want to let the technology handle it for me. I just want to do the bare minimum. So the most I will do is talk, and even that requires me effort. Okay, I have to have lots of coffee, and I have to talk to Chad. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Chad is demotivating. He makes me feel old, right? But there we go. So you know what? I'm so grateful that I purchased this program here. Think Positive, Psychology Help, the ultimate youth system. So right, so that's how was that so far? Was that good so far, Chad? Have you got any questions before I get back to the slides? I mean, that really is the crux of it. There's lots of other options as well. I could spend years going all through all of this. Oh, the multimedia. If I go into the gallery, we've got background music as well. So if you want to add something from, if you want to have some kind of blues, what's this? Got blues there for you. We've got the boogie woogie. We've got the chip tunes. I don't even know what chip tunes is. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think I pulled a muscle there with that one. Classical music, country, dubstep, electro, guitar, hippie, happy, jazz, all kinds of different music, sound effects, techno, ambient sound effects, mellow. So we've got something there to suit your presentation type. So you can have a nice, nice background track behind your audio, whether it's your voiceover or just music. If you don't want to do your voiceover, you can even have somebody else recording voiceover for you if you're not, if you're not comfortable recording your own voice. And I know it's scary, especially if you're not used to recording your voice. So hey, you can get somebody else to do it if you don't want to do it. And I'm sure Chad will do it for you too if you send him lots of presents, gifts, and marshmallows. Right, so is there any questions there so far, folks? Vicky goes, the sound effects are awesome. Chase goes, can we add our own pictures, videos, and audios? Chase, absolutely. You know, what kind of software would this be if you couldn't add in your own pictures, your own videos, and audio? Now, if you go to the plus, you can add in your own images as well, and you just basically hit upload. So you can add in your own, your audios, your pictures, and your visuals. And you've got so many different types of things in here. Let's have a look at this. Look, hot offer. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, that's stunning, isn't it? I mean, these graphics would cost like 10, 20 bucks if you just wanted to get that one. This one thing here would be like 10 bucks, 5, 10 bucks to get, you know, if you grab that. This is beautiful. It's stunning. Right, I'm going to get back to the slides now. So let me bring the slides back up. And I'll bring that back up on the screen for you. And then we can get to the link that I need to give you. Now, if you want to use this as a money-making opportunity, so you can sell your services, your time to clients and create presentations for them, you can do. So you can sell your presentation creation services to clients. There are thousands of people looking for someone like you to create presentations for them, right? You can make 350 bucks, even $2,000 easy per presentation by selling your services to clients. You can work part-time in your spare hours. You can do this full-time if you want. It's up, it's up to you. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to be using Prezentar as your secret weapon. Your client doesn't have to know what you're using, Does that make sense? So you get a free commercial license as well that allows you to use this software to make money from. Look, I want you to make money with it. I want you to get results, whether it's you using it on a personal basis and capacity to create your own tutorials for your own presentations, your own slides, or even by offering your time up and services to clients. So use it however you wish. You also get a ready-made website with a done-for-you portfolio. So you could say, hey, Mr. Client, look at me, look at my professional looking portfolio, just to help you secure that client and give you an edge, over everybody else. Here are some real screenshots on the screen from, I think this was taken from Upwork. People are looking for people like you to create presentations for them all the time, okay? People have got big budgets from 350 bucks, 200 bucks, even 1,000 bucks and beyond. Now, what does this guy say here on the left? Let's have a look at one of those. Designing 40 odd slides for a presentation. You'll need to design the 40 slides based on the new template that we've put together. I need an expert presentation designer that understands modern design, brand principles, and brand messaging. Okay, and his budget is 350 bucks. Now you can always negotiate with them. I mean, if you want to give them a cheaper quote, you can. If you want to charge them more, you can. You could even say, hey, Mr. Client, I will give you more than you ask for. In fact, I will also throw in a Flipbook and some other things I'm going to show you now, actually, to enhance the value that you provide them. Now, what you saw so far was the Prezentar software. What you're looking at on the screen right now are all of the additional upgrades that are available. So I'm going to go through each one of these, and we're going to give you a big bundle deal in about 10 minutes from now. But I want to walk you through what they are. So just so that we can give you everything in one go. You don't need to go through 5, 6 different upsell pages and then go read the page and figure out what they are. So I'm just going to give everything to you in one go. Okay. So we have the Prezentar software as I've just shown you. Then we have Prezentar Professional. That guy looks like Wonder Woman, but look at that beautiful striking bots. I'm so impressed with these graphics. Sorry guys, I just had to praise myself there. I mean, I like my graphics, right? But that's a reflection of the product that I've actually created for you as well, because I'm so passionate about design. It comes across in the design and the templates themselves too. Okay, we have Prezentar X Factor. We have Prezentar Halo. We have Prezentar Auto Job Finder, and we have Prezentar Agency. So let me walk you through each one of those. So I want you to meet Super Alex here. This guy is sassy. He's going to turbocharge your presentation. So with Prezentar Professional, you're going to unlock powerful new features. You're going to get 150 more templates, images, media, music, audio, and it will also unlock a video sales letters creator. That's right, folks. It will unlock a video sales letter creator. So I'll show you how that works in just a second. So you're going to get premium templates. You're going to get HD backgrounds. You're going to get VIP stock images. You get a commercial license, superior features, unlimited storage, free updates, upgraded power, and limitless editing. Even these icons that you see on the screen took us weeks to create. FYI, everything is custom. So the video sales letter creator that I just talked about, this is how that works. So this is also unlocked when you get inside of professional. You're going to grab your content, okay? It might be in a notepad. You'll copy and paste it into a box, and it'll turn that content into slides automatically for you. And then you can go ahead and lay out your images and the designs and the rest of it, okay? So that's just a great way and a quick way for you to create video sales letters. Cool, right? It's super, super easy for you to do. Then we have Prezentar X Factor. So I want you to meet Alice. She's sexy, she's seductive, and she makes viewers do anything that she wants. Right, so she's a whole load of fun. So this is Prezentar X Factor. Now, what this is going to do is give you 15, I think it's 15 brand new templates every single month for a whole entire year added to your account in your library, and there's no monthly fees. And this is great because it allows you to stand out from the competition because they're not going to have it, right? And then every month you've got something new to offer clients with. Okay, so you can always go back to your clients and say, hey, Mr. Client, I've got some new stuff, right? Let me make you something new. So it just beefs up your library and makes your software a lot more powerful over time. And there's no monthly fees. So this is a great benefit for you. Okay, so we've got a lot of custom tailored niche designs with this one across health, bedding, fitness, gaming, garden, fashion, family, technology, home, crypto, design, sports, business, fishing, and religion, and so much more. Okay, we have Prezentar Halo 3D. Now, this is a 4-in-1 piece of software. It includes slide transitions, rotating carousels, flipbooks, and mock-up skins. You probably have no idea what these mean, so I'm going to show you. In fact, you're going to be blown away by this. The first one inside of Halo 3D is the Flipbook Creator. Now, this is going to turn your presentations into interactive flipbooks in seconds. Let me show you on the screen right now. So let me bring that down. Where is my slide gone? Okay, so check this out. Are you ready for this? Let me show you the Flipbook Creator. So here we go. Can you guys see the Flipbook Creator? Yes, let me know you can see it. I'm going to wait for you to say yes or no. You should be seeing a making money slide on the screen. Chad told me if you guys don't say anything, I have to come and spank your bum, okay? And I'm not allowed to show you or proceed until you say something. Good, good, good. So Colleen says, very cool, yes. Rich says, yep. Is that it? Is that just two of you? I mean, it's like a two-man gang here. It's like Bonnie and Clyde, Rich and Colleen. Come on, folks, you dying or something? What's going on? Do you want me to sell you like Chad's youth system, that mindset?
You're putting them all to sleep, dude.
Did I?
I was going to say, as somebody who has used the Flipbook, you definitely want to see this, guys. So start talking.
They're talking. It's just delayed, man. It's just delayed.
Chad sounds like he hasn't slept for 9 years. What was going on last night, Chad?
I've been sleeping pretty good, actually.
Really? I need to take some of that then, whatever you're on. Look at this beautiful flipbook. So you'll turn your presentations into these interactive flipbooks, and everything is clickable. So you can have the video clickable, you can have call to actions that are clickable as well, especially at the end. You want to have, and this is very engaging, and it creates an interactive type of immersive feel. The last thing you want to do is just give people boring presentations. I mean, Chad said my presentations are boring, but hey, maybe I need to create a flipbook. And then if I bring my slides back up, I'm going to show you this one here as well. Let me show you the next thing that you get inside of the software are these magical 3D carousels. What this one does, and you have no idea what this is, I'm going to show you. It'll turn your presentations into engaging 3D spinning carousels using revolutionary, I could never say that word, revolutionary technology. I don't know who came up with that. Actually, I wrote that in. So I'm going to show you this new technology that creates these carousels. Ready for this? Are you ready? In 3, in 2, in 1. Bang, bingo. Look at this, baby. Woo! I love spinning this thing. So what you're looking at right now is the magical rotating 3D carousels, which are very unique. Nobody's seen these before, and you can give this to your client as like a bonus, or you can have it on your website. You can provide it as a supplemental piece, whatever you want, and things are clickable. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You've got a call to action there. People can go ahead and download my ebook in this case. You can have them book a call, whatever you want. You know, it's just a call to action at the end of the day. Now I'm going to see how fast this thing can spin, because I can sit here all day looking at this spin. It's just so cool. You can change the settings, you can change the sizes, you can change the sound effects. And we also had a video in here as well. So just imagine this on your website. You could provide it as a reference along with your slides or underneath the video. It would just be so cool. People haven't seen anything like this before, right? So that was another piece of software that you get inside of Halo 3D. Then we also have the Hypnotic Transitions. So you can keep your viewers hooked from slide to slide. So lots of different animations and effects. We also have a mock-up skins. So once you've created your presentations, you can actually embed your presentations into a nice looking frame, a nice looking mock-up. It could be a laptop, it could be a MacBook, it could be a Windows thing, it could be like a Chromebook thingy, it could be a smartphone or a tablet. They're just really, really cool, right, for people to consume your content in. Then there is Auto Job Finder. Now, what this software does, it allows you to find hundreds of gigs and jobs online that want to pay you, people that are looking to get presentations done, and it shows them to you inside of an interface so that you don't have to go around the internet looking for gigs to do. So that's such a time saver. It's so cool, and it's going to help you make money because it saves you time and it just shows you all of these gigs. So it collects all these gigs online that it finds using certain key terms like, you know, I want to create a presentation. So anybody who's posted that online, it will just pull them in into the dashboard for you. So you can pick and choose on the different types of gigs that you want to apply for and do. So making a few $1,000s a month is just, it's very easy to do, you know, with something like that, and Prezentar giving you massive, massive shortcuts and saving time. So here we pulled a few results there. So we've got some guy who's willing to pay $450 and he's looking for someone to create a presentation. And this guy down here is willing to pay $2,000 to create a presentation. And there's hundreds and there's lots of thousands of people like this across the internet. Okay, so there's lots of work there for you. Then we have Prezentar Agency. Okay, with Agency, as you start making so much money, as you start getting lazier, you can add your team members to the account that you can collaborate with, and then you can have them create the presentations for you, thus increasing your productivity, which ultimately allows you to scale your clients and your income. And I want you to meet Bad Alex here. Now this guy, he's dark, he's mysterious, and he's secretive, kind of like Chad. And he also stalks old ladies for fun. Again, kind of like Chad. Right, let me take a sip of water here. So here we go. Right, so that's Prezentar Agency. So let me bring up these slides from the current slide and make it a little bit bigger for you to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, these are the Prezentar Avengers. I mean, look how beautiful these characters are. Now, if you grab everything within 15 minutes, you're also going to get these speed bonuses. Okay, so you're going to get speed bonus number 1. You're going to get 10 more Prezentar templates worth $247. So you get 10 extra templates. Speed bonus number 2 is the Prezentar Masterclass worth $147. That includes a whole hour of comprehensive video training showing you how to, step by step, showing you how to use Prezentar as a professional, even if you're a complete dummy. And unfortunately for you, I recorded that video, so if you're brave enough to watch it, that's there. Okay, that's speed bonus number 2. Speed bonus number 3 is the VIP priority support. So you can cut ahead of the line in front of all the other common folk with your own very dedicated support representative. Okay, VIP service forever. Okay, so that's there as well. And if you order within 15 minutes, you're also going to get speed bonus number 4. You'll get a multi-license, allowing you to use Prezentar on up to 3 computers. So you can use it, you know, at home, you can use it at the office, and you can also give it to a partner and make them do all the work as well. Right, speed bonus number 5, you'll get instant access to the affiliate program that allows you to make money by reselling our products. Okay, now we've got loads of people who have praised Prezentar since we've launched. Wow, Prezentar is the best software I've ever seen. This replaces 5 softwares I use to make presentations. I made 2 sales on the same day as purchasing. Prezentar is just so easy to use. It took me just 15 minutes. I made $2,500 with just one client thanks to Prezentar. It's just so easy to use, even for me as a 65-year-old. Jim Boxley saying, please give me the link. Bob saying, please give me the link. Imran saying, where do I download this? Wow, you guys are hungry. All right, so here's everything that you get today. Okay, you get the Prezentar software, you get Prezentar Professional, you get Prezentar X Factor, you get Prezentar Halo 3D, you get Prezentar Auto Job Finder, you get Prezentar Agency, and you get the speed bonuses as well, 5 of them if you order within 15 minutes. You get 10 more templates, you get the Prezentar Masterclass, you get the Privacy 24/7 support, 3 PC multi-license, and the affiliate program access. The only thing that you don't get is that little doggy. Now, if you go ahead and purchase everything yourself from the official website, you are going to end up spending $597. Like, I think most people have gone through the normal funnel to buy all this stuff, and they've spent $597. But for you, we've got a special bundle offer for you today, because my good friend Chad has pleaded with me and said, a deal, please give my guys an incredible deal. And then I might give you one nice compliment. I mean, he never does. But I said, okay, Chad, I will come on and give you guys a very, very special bundle deal for just a small one-time payment. There's going to be no monthly fees. You're going to get access to everything that you've seen so far, everything that I've discussed and shown you. In fact, a lot more. I didn't even have time to show you most of the stuff. So you're not going to get the bundle today for $597 like everybody else has paid. And I'm sure your inbox has been slammed by people promoting this. That's because they're making a lot of money, and people are paying $597. So I've got your secret coupon, okay, for Chad. So for you, I want you to use this a very special $200 off coupon, $200 off. And I want you to use this special coupon code. It's Marvel. We have Alice there presenting the coupon code there to you. She's hungry, she's excited, and she's waiting for you on the other side, right? So the special coupon code is Marvel. So the total that you're going to pay today for this entire bundle edition, look at the graphics, look at the software, look at the design, look at the marvelous presentations, the videos and the contents that you can create with the special bundle offer that we have today, plus the speed bonuses 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In fact, you've got 14 minutes left to claim those. The link will be coming up on the screen right now in just a second. So the entire bundle you're going to get for not $597, not $497, but just $397. That's it. Just a low $397. Just a one small teeny weeny payment with no monthly fees. So you're going to get instant access to all of this right now. You're going to get the Prezentar software. You're going to get Prezentar Professional. You'll get Prezentar X Factor. You get Prezentar Halo 3D, which is 4 softwares in one. You get Auto Job Finder that finds you gigs and brings them to you on a plate. You get Prezentar Agency. Plus, you get these step-by-step tutorials, which I've done myself, unfortunately for you. So you're going to have to listen to me again if you want to. Plus, you get the speed bonuses 1 through 5, 10 extra templates, Prezentar Masterclass, the VIP dedicated support that cuts you ahead of the line, the 3 PC multi-license, and the affiliate program approval. Nobody gets access to that unless they're vetted and approved. So the link that you need to go to the link that you need to go to is on the screen. It's prezentar.online/Chad. Prezentar.online/Chad. I will be bringing that up for you now. So while Chad jumps in, because I can hear him coughing up
that was me
in the background.
Because,
was that Ray? Was that Ray?
I just wanted to jump in here really quick, Adil, and just say, because we got Ray's people here on the call too. Some of the people might not even know who I am. So.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Just want to make sure he's addressing his people too.
I'm sure they all know.
Ray, listen, me and Ray go back 19 years as well. I knew him when he was 4. We went to nursery together. Right. I love you, Ray. So let me.
I do have to stop you for 1 second though, because there was something wrong with your presentation at the end there. You said that is everything they get, but that's not true. Because we've got more.
Oh no! Is there more, Ray? Is there more? Oh my days!
We've got something special for you. So for all of you that jump in on this today, we've actually put together a bonus package that's going to give you even more stuff to play with. And that bonus package is going to include my entire library of 4K stock videos, another huge library of music to choose from, sound effects to add to your presentations, as well as cutout images. So all those, when I say cutout images, I mean like if it's a person or if it's a bowl of fruit, it doesn't have a background, kind of like the superhero on there. You don't have a big white box around them. It's cut out of the background. So you're going to get a whole bunch of those images. You're going to get some graphics to add into there. And you're also going to get some animated backgrounds. So all of that is going to come with all the stuff you see on the screen there. So you guys are going to have the ultimate package for creating videos and presentations.
That is incredible. And what you said there just now, Ray, that actually complements the software because that fits in perfectly with the presentations. I love my favorite are the cutout pictures, because you never know you need something like that until you need an image that doesn't have a background.
Yep.
You can just slide in place on the screen, on the slide as you want.
Yep, and that definitely makes a big difference because not everybody knows how to use Photoshop to cut things out, or some of those wacky online tools that sometimes work, sometimes don't. So this helps you to get a lot of extra items without those pesky backgrounds in there.
I love that. I love that. I've just popped in the link in the chat box. So guys, I've put the link in the chat box. You need to go over to that right now. There's about 14 minutes to grab those speed bonuses. Now, Jim says the coupon Marvel is invalid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the link right now. So this is how you would do it. So if I bring up the browser, you should see the browser on the screen right now. And if we scroll down, there is a button down here. So everything that I've discussed, everything right now is here in option 1. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that first, then I'll tell you what option 2 is. Don't worry about this one for now. Let me explain this one to you first. So this is everything that we've just discussed. So if I go ahead and click on that button and go to the checkout, you would go here and type in your details, your name, your email, then go ahead and pop in the country and then type in Marvel and then hit apply. And there we go. So Jim, that's how you apply the coupon. And as you can, it's actually giving you more than $200 off. You get another $3.66 there. So lucky you. You need to actually take advantage of that before we fix that. You know what? We're going to leave that there. So we're not even going to fix it. You're actually getting more money off than was anticipated. So please take advantage of that Marvel coupon right now, which is more than the $200. It's actually $203.66, right? So then you can go ahead and check out and make sure Chad's link is at the bottom of his ID, okay? And raise. So if I go back now, let me quickly just tell you what this option 2 is, just so that you don't get confused. This is like a little enhanced version, okay? It includes everything that we've just discussed, plus an entertainment pack. So we've got 50 incredible acts, singers, dancers right inside of your Prezentar dashboard. So you don't even have to. You know what? You can actually cancel your Netflix subscription and just watch me dancing right inside of your dashboard instead. I even might get Chad to do a video too, right? So that's there. You get an entertainment pack worth $197. There's also the Prezentar game where you can play the game. It's a very easy game to play. And at the end of the month, if you've got the highest score, we give away gifts. I've given away PlayStations, MacBooks, iPhones, and a ton of other stuff, right? And Chad already know, I'm sure Chad and Ray know this as well. So that's a whole load of fun. I don't think a lot of people have seen this. So this is something new. It's brand new. Nobody has as much fun as I do, and I like to reward customers, okay, to make things fun as well. Plus, we have a scribble tool as well. This is one of my flagship products, so we're going to throw that in as well, especially if you don't have it. Okay, now with that one, with the platinum version of the bundle, that's $499. There's a $500 off coupon, and that coupon there is James Bond. So it's up to you which one you want to grab. If you just want everything that you've just seen on the webinar, go ahead and just grab the option 1. But if you want a little bit of extra, but not like another few bucks, you can use this $500 off coupon, James Bond, and that'll give you the platinum version of the bundle. It's $999. That's $1,000, and the coupons will be expiring when the launch ends. So you have a few days. So whether you're on the webinar live with me, Ray, and Chad right now, then go ahead and take advantage of it. If you're watching this on a replay later via Ray and Chad, then you want to see if the offer is still running. And if the offer is still running, you need to run over to this page, click on the button, grab the bundle, whether it's option 1 or 2, and use the coupon ASAP, because the coupon are going to expire when the time runs out. Does that make sense so far? Any other questions? I'm going to bring the link back up on the screen so you got a visual of that. Hopefully I explained that pretty well there for you. So the link is up on the screen right now. You need to go to prezentar.online/Chad. I know you've got Ray's people online and Chad's people, but just go ahead and type in prezentar.online/Chad. The link is going in the chat box again. You have 11 minutes, folks, if you want those speed bonuses. Stephen says, is there a PayPal link? Unfortunately, Stephen, PayPal don't like us. They said our breath smells and our feet is, our feet are too small. So we don't have PayPal anymore, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would have, right? And if you have any problems whatsoever with payments, with links or anything like that, and you want some assistance, there is a support email on the screen. It's support@prezentar.com. That's support@prezentar.com. So I've got a few FAQs as well that we can run through as well. But before I get to the FAQs, I want to give people a chance to go to the link right now and actually check out. People are actually going to it right now. So I'll give you a shout out. So let me know if you've grabbed it. Let us know, and then we'll give you a shout out. Ray will give you a shout out. Chad will give you a shout out. Jim goes, I see this. Jim goes, I was taken to the wrong sales page. Give me the new link. Okay, I'll pop in the link again in the chat box for you there, Jim. If you click on that link, it'll open up just like this, like as it's doing right now in front of you, and you'll just scroll down. You don't even have to read anything. Just save time, because we have about 11 minutes left to get those speed bonuses. There's option number 1, which grabs you the entire bundle, everything that we've discussed, for just $399. That's with the $200 off coupon. When the time expires, it's going to jump back to $599. And most of the people right now in the world have actually spent that $600 because they don't know about this special webinar bundle deal, right? So you can save $200 here just because you've come through Chad and Ray. And there's a special favor for these guys. I love them because I've known them forever. Okay, now I recommend that you get the Platinum Edition version myself, because these, we spent thousands of dollars on these. You're going to love these, and the game that gives you chances to win at the end of every month if you've got the highest score in the game. Okay, and plus it gives you the Scribble ebook creator, and that's great if you don't already have it. Okay, so but they're either one, whichever one you want to grab, go ahead and grab it straight away. Let us know that you've got it. Okay, so we've got people already who have already grabbed it. That was fast, Charles. That was fast. That was incredibly fast. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tony, as well. So let me give a shout out to everybody who's grabbed it right now. I just want to bring the link back up on the screen because it's always nice to have a visual of that link. Okay, you've got 9 minutes left to grab those speed bonuses. So Charles, there we go. Thank you, Charles. I'm just going to give everybody a little shout out and catch up with the messages. And there we go. So I already have the bundle. Awesome stuff there. Richard has also got the bundle there. Congratulations. So everybody's grabbing it right now. So I will go through the FAQs, and if Ray or Chad wants to jump in at any time with any suggestion or question, that's fine too. I'll go through the FAQs as well though. So what is Prezentar? Prezentar is an all-in-one powerful software solution that creates amazing presentations, videos, and even landscaped ebooks in minutes. It's template based, they're beautiful. You just clickety-clack and out comes a beautiful presentation, ebook, and videos for all your purposes and objectives that you have, whatever they are. So it's basically like 3-4 softwares in one. And you can grab it right now by going to prezentar.online/Chad.
If I can just kind of jump in here just for a minute, Adil, if that's okay.
Sure.
I was actually having breakfast with Perry Belcher this morning, and we were talking about this. And I went out with my girlfriend's kids last night. We went to McDonald's and we got like 3 blizzards and 2 things of fries. It was $35. And I was like, man, I don't understand what people are going to do. And I said that to Perry this morning. I said, I don't understand what people are going to do. Like, gas is so high, like food costs are so high, like restaurants, like everything. And he said to me, he says, I'm going to tell you what people are going to do. They're going to stay home. People are going to stay home. Like, this industry is about to boom. Like, if there has ever been a time for you to listen to what we've been trying to teach as far as going out there and creating a course or doing a webinar, or you know, when we were doing the Scribble thing, we taught you how to go out there and create an ebook and generate leads, right? If for some reason, and we've been not only preaching this from the rooftops, but we've been doing it ourselves for years. I literally, if I could, I don't even know the number. If I looked at the combination of PowerPoint and Camtasia, if you think about every launch, if you think about every webinar, if you think about every piece of software that's created, those two combinations is probably the thing that has made us the most money in our business besides email. Honest to God, it's those two combos right there. And if you did not get on board with those, if you have not learned how to go out there and create slides and do webinars and go put together a simple little course that you can sell, give away, bundle, if you haven't done that, and if you didn't go and learn Camtasia back in the day when it was like 47 bucks, now it's like, I don't know, I think it's like 497, 390 something. It's not cheap. If you didn't learn those two things, Adil is talking to you right now. And he is telling you right now that now is the time, if you really want to make this business work, then these are the two things that every single successful marketer has. They know how to put together presentations, and they know how to take those presentations and turn them into a video. And that's exactly what this tool does. But not only has he, if you heard him, and I heard him say it, I don't want people to get confused. I don't want people to get overwhelmed. I don't want people to do a lot of work. Like, he had you in mind when he created this tool. How do I create a tool that's going to allow them to create presentations and a video at the same exact time? And by the way, make you look incredible. That's what this tool does. That's why we were excited to go out there and introduce it to you, because as you know, we're coming out with a whole new suite of tools, right? And we're coming out with a whole new course builder where, of course, you're going to want to learn how to create videos and how to take presentations and turn them into videos so that you got the points, the badges, the rewards, all the gamification, everything that we're known for. Okay, now is the time to learn. If you're on board with us, this tool right here is going to do incredible things for you. If you're going to go out there and create a course, if you're going to do a webinar, if you're, you know, we're hot and heavy with Facebook ads, right? Well, that upsell, guess what that is? It's a slide presentation. And I'll tell you this right now. It used to be that we could go out there and we could put ourselves on camera and we could go out there and shoot a video and do extremely well with an offer. And that's not the case anymore. Things are now reverting back. Like, history always repeats itself. And now the slide videos are converting better than the videos where you're actually on camera, right? So there's so many reasons, so many purposes why you can profit from this video. And if I was you and I picked up this bundle, it's important because I can tell by everybody's comments, everybody's excited. You're all excited to go get started. Look, your best chance of succeeding with this software long-term is to go out there and get a win right away. And what I would do is I would plan on spending the rest of the day learning how to go out there and use his job finder, and I would find every single target with a goal of landing one by today and making back your cost. Because from here on forward, if you can get a win while you are in the highest state, while you are the most excited, then it's going to be much easier to get the next win, get the next win, and get the next win. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you a secret right now to actually having a successful business, okay? You got to set yourself up where you're going to go out there and get a win right now. Now, it's going to take some time for you to learn to go create a course. I've been creating one for the past week now. It's going to take some time for you to go put together a webinar presentation. Maybe you have to have something to sell. I get all that, but you're getting the agency license right now, and he's gone and created this tool for you that allows you to get a client right now if you choose to, and you're the only one that can decide that. But if I was purchasing this tool, my number one goal would be to get a win before I went to bed. And folks, that's what makes you successful.
You've said it beautifully, Chad. Obviously, there's an elephant in the room, and that's with what's going on in the world right now. So you having that conversation at McDonald's. I think you went to McDonald's. I mean, I told you to cut off McDonald's first of all
Well, we got
last year.
little kids. I didn't eat it, but they did.
You're such a liar.
French fries, that was it.
You had the Happy Meal for the toy. But that was very interesting. That's very, very interesting what you said, that people are going to be spending time at home. So that's what Perry said, did he? That's
Yeah.
very interesting. That's kind of like the lockdown again, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we're going back to here in America, we're going back to the basics, man. We're going back to teaching people how to create slides, teaching them how to create ebooks, teaching them how to do videos, because people are going to want to learn how. It's not even a career anymore, Adil. You know what the term is? Do you know what the term is?
No.
It's side hustle. People are looking for that side hustle. If they can make an extra, $500,000 selling a course or doing a webinar, or that job finder thing right here will do that. It will absolutely do that. Like, I'm half tempted to call up my daughter. She just graduated high school. She's starting college here in like a month and a half or whatever, and tell her, do exactly this. Right. But and when she was a little girl, she would do those things. She went out there. You saw her. She was speaking on stage.
Yeah.
She was doing webinars.
Wow.
Well, now she's had her heart broke and she's had boyfriends and everything else. So the first question she's going to say is, well, how do I know if it's going to work? Well, because your daddy said it's going to work, but that doesn't work anymore, right? Now she's got these. Now what's beyond, what's between her ears is talking to her and telling her, oh, well, it's not worth the time or anything. Folks, it is worth the time. It is worth the time. And just go into it with the intentions of, okay, I'm going to land one of these clients tonight. That's how I go into anything, any deal, any partnership, whatever. Like, I've already determined what I want the outcome to be before I even get there. And I refuse to accept anything less. That's how that's when you want something bad. Right. And so to me, yeah, this is an incredible side hustle. You don't have to quit your job or anything else. This is something you should do right now. But a lot of people are purchasing this. And I'm talking to the people that have purchased this. Go out there and get a win now. Because the second win, the third win, the fourth win, the fifth win, all those wins come when you get the first one. And you're going to get the first one when you're at the highest state, when you're in that zone, when you're pumped, when you saw everything that this thing did and you had all these ideas and everything. Okay. Now you have all these thoughts, okay? But then this little other voice is going to kick in and say, well, let's go down to the pool or let's watch Netflix and we'll do this tomorrow. No, commit yourself. Like, commit yourself the rest of the day. I'm committed the rest of the day. I'm committed till 7 o'clock at night. Then the kids come home, then we take them out to the pool for 2 hours. We're going to barbecue, but I am committed till 7 o'clock at night, right after this webinar. That's what you have to do.
Man's preaching facts.
That's what you have to do.
Facts. What do you say, Ray?
Ray,
I say I got to figure out where the mute button.
Oh yeah, it was muted, or he was eating his McDonald's like Chad was.
I avoid McDonald's as well. However, no, it's the same type of thing. When it comes to any of this stuff, if you can get that win quick, like Chad said, that's going to be making all the difference in the world. And believe me, it's not that hard to get that first one when you've got a tool that can actually get the job done. And if you're thinking, well, gee, I'm not a video expert, you don't need to be. And that's what really makes this great. You don't need to be a PowerPoint presentation expert. You don't need to be a video creation expert. You don't need to know Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro or whatever software. You need to go in here and mess around, and you can make things for people very, very quickly. And I'm sure many of you saw my little video I made of it. When I made that video, that was my first time in the software. I hadn't even watched any tutorials yet. So I made what I made without having even looked at any of the tutorials. That's how easy it is to create this stuff. And if you go in there, you learn the software, you go in and you get a job, you go to the job finder, find somebody that needs help, you're going to be able to get it done. Even if you think, I have no idea how to use it right now, go in, find that client, and as soon as they say, yeah, I'll be willing to do that, well, then go in and start learning real quick. And you'll learn real quick because it's not hard to do, and you'll have amazing presentations.
Hold on a minute. Go back up. Was that my partner in that image? Hold on. Go down to that
Yeah,
image.
yeah, yeah.
There
Where
it
is
is.
he? There.
That is
Yeah.
Karthik. You know, I'm the one that brought him in the damn business, right? What did you
He's
What did you send
he's
him?
got an Oculus Quest. It's like $300 prize I gave him. He made me a nice little video driving around. I think he was driving around India. Then he went to his office, and he showed me the box that I sent him, and he opened it up, and he's like, "Thank you very much for the gift."
I'm one of your
Oculus.
top affiliates. I didn't get anything.
But that's because you called me old, and fat and ugly. That's what you that's what you said to me, and I
I didn't use
cried.
the word ugly. I did state a fact, which is you're old, but I also said I'm old too.
Hey,
We're
that makes
both
it better. You
old.
know what? I'm going to ship it over to you tomorrow, Chad.
Yeah, you need
Ship it
to.
over
We're
to and
both
Ray.
old. Do you remember?
I
Do
want
you
you
remember?
to ship me the Mustang if you want.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember
I'll send you a
meeting me
toy
in
Mustang.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Do you remember meeting me in Vegas at Onyx Deal? I was
Unfortunately, I do.
gone.
My life went downhill after that. I needed therapy.
Do you remember that?
But I do remember. I do.
Yeah, we were all sitting around that room with Jimmy Kim or whatever. Remember that? Remember
Yeah,
those
yeah.
jumbo? Do you remember those jumbo shrimp that he had?
Yes. How
They
would
were
you
the
even remember that?
they were the biggest shrimp I've ever seen in my life. Like I have never ever forgot about those shrimp.
Can't believe it. That was like 15 years ago. Can you
Yeah, it
imagine
was.
how time
That's what I'm trying
flies?
to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, dude. 15 years ago, like I'm 46. So, dude,
Ooh,
I was
damn,
like, I was like 30, man. Like, that's how long we've been doing this stuff.
damn. And it
I love you.
slides
I love
change your
being
life.
worried about 46 and saying, "Ooh, I'm 48."
What? Ray, you only look 30, man. I don't know about Chad and me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we need help. We need help. I think we need a lot more Happy Meals in our life than McDonald's.
I guess
Guys, the
so.
link is on the screen. Prezentar.online/Chad. Mark says Marvel coupon doesn't work and James Bond doesn't make it $3.99. I think Mark, you're a little bit confused there. So if I bring open the page again, and I've done this once, so we'll go through this again. So there's two options. Mark, first of all, which package would you like? If you want to get option 1, the coupon code is Marvel. If you want option number 2, which gives you $500 off, the coupon code for that one is James Bond. So let's go with the platinum version, okay? And I highly recommend the platinum, but most people are just going to, be done with it and just grab the platinum, and because they get all this extra good stuff. And that's Karthik's partner in there as well, like right in the middle there. What did it say? Von Ditch? Von Dutch. Von Dutch. I was like, okay. I don't know what that I just went into there, but okay. Let me click on the platinum bundle button. We go inside, and so this is the platinum bundle version here. So you would fill in your details like you would, and then you can see it's $1,000. It's $1,000, and it will go back to $1,000 once the launch ends. There's a timer on the page, and I will type in James Bond in this case because this is the platinum bundle. See that platinum bundle? Then go ahead and hit apply, and there you go. You've got $500 off, giving you over 50% off. Okay, so that was the platinum one. If I go back to the standard bundle, like we've been talking about for the last, I don't know, 2-3 hours, we click on that button there, and the same thing. Fill in your details, enter in your credit card information, enter in Marvel, click on apply, and there you go. Mark, does that make sense? Chase says, where do you find the tutorial? So Chase, you will go to, if we go back inside the software, I've made it super easy to understand. So if we go inside the software, I'm gonna hit save and exit. So Chad, whenever you want to come back to this presentation for this new system, which is called, what is it? The Ultimate You system, just let me know. I've saved it in the library. So if you go to learn on the top right there, Chase, that's where all the training is. See that? Nice and easy and clear for you to see. And you like these neons, look at the dashboard. I've got things glowing and popping off the page. I've got the whole neon retro-y sort of Miami Vice kind of vibe going on. It's kind of nice. I like it. Right. So, okay, cool. So Mark is sorted there. He's figured it out. So Mark's on his way to grab the platinum version or the standard version right now. Remember, you get all of the speed bonuses. I'll give you a quick recap and we'll shoot through the FAQs in case there's anything missed that people want to know about. So you get the Prezentar software, you get Prezentar Pro, you get Prezentar X Factor, which gives you 15 templates every single month for a whole entire year with no monthly fees or no subscriptions. We beef up your library, right? There's Halo 3D, which is 4 softwares in one. There's Auto Job Finder that finds you gigs, especially Today, when gas prices are through the roof, I mean, that's why I got a bicycle now and I walk backwards. No, I don't care what gas prices cost. You know, I let my online systems and the jobs and the gigs that I find pay for things like that. So you would use something like Auto Job Finder to find you gigs and clients that you want to take on. So it'll show you all the gigs that are available right now at any one given time online, and you can pick and choose and you can apply for those gigs and decide who you want to outreach and work with. This Prezentar agency, there are these step-by-step tutorials and the speed bonuses from the 10 extra templates. You get the Prezentar masterclass, you get the VIP dedicated support, you get 3 PC multi-license, you get the affiliate program approval as well. So the link you need to go to right now, very, very quickly before we end the webinar, is prezentar.online/Chad. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. /Chad. The link is in. I'm going to put it in the chat box as well for you, so it's easy for you to click on. There's a coupon there, $200 coupon, and also the platinum bundle coupon is James Bond. Okay, so what is Prezentar? You know that already by now. Are there any charges? No. There are no other charges. Everything's included. There are no monthly fees. There's no hidden fees. There are no subscriptions. Is there a satisfaction policy? Yeah, of course. You know, we've been around, as Chad was saying, for like 15 years eating jumbo shrimps. So if you want to get a refund, we'll send you a packet of jumbo shrimps. No, look, we've been around for ages. We've got tens of thousands of users around the world across various of our products. So you're in great hands. So go ahead. Try it out for 30 days, and if you don't like it, if you don't like me, if you don't like Ray or Chad, we'll give you a full refund, okay? And we'll send you some jumbo shrimp. Now we know you're gonna love Prezentar, so go ahead and give it a try. The link's on the screen right now. Does it work on a PC and Mac? Yes, it works on everything. It's web-based, okay? I don't recommend you use it on your mobile phone, obviously, because whenever would you create slides on a mobile phone? You wouldn't, okay? So yeah, it works on a PC, it works on Mac. It's browser-based, so you could use it on Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, and whatever other browser. I mean, I think Chrome is like probably the biggest, right? 70% of people probably use Chrome. So any browser, it's all good. Do you provide tutorials? Yes, I do. They're very easy to follow, and I talk slowly in those tutorials, right? I knew this webinar was going to be like 2-3 hours long, so I have to talk fast to convey all the information that I have on these slides, like we're talking about. You know, it's a presentation. At the end of the day, right now, I'm doing a presentation, conveying content to you using beautiful looking slides, bullet points, images, visuals, links, call to actions, okay? So the link you need to go to is on the screen. It's prezentar.online/Chad. Go ahead and use the $200 off coupon. The coupon code is Marvel. If you decide you want the platinum bundle, which I highly recommend that you do, 87% of people actually grab the platinum one. The coupon for that is James Bond. Okay. Right, now, how many templates do I get? Well, with the whole entire bundle today, you get over 200 when you grab the bundle today. Plus, you're going to get the 10 extra templates if you order by the end of this webinar, so please hurry. Vicky says, I'm grabbing it right now, so that's great. Mark's also grabbed his. Jim grabbed his. Charles says, I'm all in. I'm looking forward to going in deep. Fantastic. Everybody loves this webinar. You, Chad, Ray, you guys have got a super engaged, intelligent crowd. They know a good deal when they see one. They know that they too need a side hustle. They too know that they need to get it going on. They need to be creating presentations. They need to be creating educational content, webinar slides, presenting, selling, doing meetings, especially where things are going back where as Chad said earlier, people are going to probably be spending a lot more time at home now and not going out so much, you know. So here is the ultimate solution. Now, what type of file types does this export? So I'll export them in slides, HTML slides, inside of an interactive viewer, in ebook format, the horizontal way, and as well as video format. Now, you can also feel free to request formats, any other format that you think would be beneficial to the software. You can go ahead and develop that for you. Somebody made a good suggestion earlier. They wanted webcam video in there so that they can record themselves with the webcam on them and have that inside the software, which I thought was a very clever thing to do, actually. So I'm going to speak to my team about that. Does this include?
Can I jump in here for a minute, though?
You can jump in, you can dance, you can jiggle, whatever you want to do, Chad.
No, I'll leave that to you and your 50 circus acts that I've been.
Okay, that's funny.
Hey, so I told everybody on the Monday call, and I've had so much going down lately that has not been good, so I have not been able to communicate with people. But I told everybody that I was going to do a workshop, either focus on creating those lessons for your course, or focus on the webinar, or focus on the sales video using this software. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to knock all three of them into one. So I asked Ray if he would help me do that, because we have formulas to come up with those hook, come up with, like how to do the sales videos, like all of that stuff, right? So Adil's made it easy for you to create beautiful slides and be able to, put all that together and everything else with the software and turn it into a video and everything else. But now it's a matter of, what are you going to put in the video, because the words that you use are very important. And I find that most people get this wrong. They overcomplicate it. And there's a very simple formula for each one of those things, for creating a sales video, for creating a webinar, for creating lessons inside of a course. There's a very simple formula that we can rinse and repeat over and over and over and over. And if you think that the really smart and successful marketers are sitting there recreating things from scratch over and over and over, guess again, they're not. They're taking the same template, they're changing the words a little bit, and they're following the same exact process. As with pretty much everything in the world, right? There's always a formula, there's always a template. Like even if you go to the movies, if you want to be really blown away, right? And I really compare this to a lot of things we do in our business, right? We were watching Top Gun 2 the other day. And at the same time, before I got in there, I got on my phone and I opened up an image called The Hero's Journey. And it's always very interesting to watch how that formula goes all the way around, right? I always do this when I go to a movie theater, because you can like see it, like every single stopping point you can see that hero's journey taking place in movies, and all successful movies do it. It's the same thing with a sales video. It's the same thing with lessons in a course. It's the same thing with a webinar. There's the same process. You're just selling a different item and changing the numbers or changing the colors on the slide, giving it a different layout. And it's something that you guys definitely need to master. So I asked Ray if you would set up a date for that. It'll probably be a 2-day event. If we're going to cover those three things, I'd really appreciate it if you're still there. I don't know if you are or not. I know you sent me a text.
Yeah. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Hold on. Nope, I'm not. You can hear me, right?
Yeah. Yep. Can you help me do that? How many of you would be joining us on that workshop if we include it here with the software? Is that a good deal for y'all? Will you put full effort with it and figure this out? And by the way, I was talking to one of my clients today. He's a financial advisor, and he asked me, he said, hey, do you still have that course builder and everything? Are you still supporting that? I said, yeah, of course. And he goes, I need to create a course. Can you help me do that? Now, I'm not going to do that for free. I'm going to charge him a lot of money, but he's going to pay me a lot of money because I have the ability to go and choose the template, figure out exactly what needs to be on the template, script everything out for him. So everything that you're going to learn in that training, folks, if you don't have a product to sell yet, that's okay. I really suggest that you get that dialed in, because that doesn't have to be very hard. But take the training that we're going to provide, take the software that you now have the agency license to, and go out there and start doing this for other people, because there's a huge need for it. Like, I can't even begin to tell you the need that's out there right now. Businesses are figuring out that they need to not only have a social media presence, but they know that video is the king. They don't know the right words to use. They don't have the formulas. They don't have the process. They don't know about calls to actions. They don't know about incredible software like you're seeing here on the screen. And you can make a lot of money. My client, I got to have a call with him as soon as I'm done here. I'm going to tell him $25,000 to $30,000 for that course. And I'm going to map it all out for him in a spreadsheet. I'm going to go create the slide template, right? The beautiful templates that he has here in the software, no reason at all why I can't use that. I'm going to go provide him a whole entire package. He has to shoot the course, but he's going to pay me a lot of money to do that because it's what you know and what you have access to. And when you can discover these formulas, it's a skill. Like what we're actually providing you is a skill that you can use, especially in hard times, to go out there and be extremely profitable. Okay, so let's schedule that workshop, Ray. I'm horrible at scheduling things, so if you can help me with that.
Yeah, we'll get that scheduled out because I think we're going to have this open for a few days, and then we will get a date that we want to hit that with. Obviously, we'll have the masterminds on Monday, and then we can we'll figure out what day of the week works best, and we'll get that out to everybody. And that goes for the bonuses too. We'll reach out to you because the platform that we're buying it through, as far as I know, there's no way to put the bonuses in there automatically, so we have to manually send that to you. So we will reach out to everybody that purchases to make sure that you get access to all those bonuses that we talked about as well.
Yeah, I think you have to provide that to us, right, Adil?
Yes. Oh,
What
as
am
far
I
as
giving
his
to you?
bonuses,
I think you have to tell us who has purchased. I don't know if we have access to that.
All of this is automatic. So everything, the bonuses they see in here is going to be all automatically unlocked.
But how do we deliver our bonuses, Bonehead?
Oh, that's a good point. Listen, I was eating a banana while you guys were talking. I will have to give you the details of the people that purchased. I will do that. Now back to my banana.
So you didn't hear me say that Adil has volunteered to hop on that workshop for a couple minutes
I
too.
missed that as well. I think I needed another banana for that one.
Oh my
I will turn up for that too. Any other activities you'd like to book me in for? Just give me bananas.
You know what? There's very few people, like I don't want everybody on the call to think, man, these two like we're at each other's throats the whole time. They hate each other. There's very few people that I enjoy doing webinars with. I like doing webinars with you, man.
What's the
We're
nicest
fun.
thing you said to me in the last 5 years?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think you were the only one I was hanging out with at that one event, whatever it was, Simon's event or somebody's event. Yeah, I don't particularly. I like Ray, but I don't particularly like a lot of people in this business. You know what I mean?
Most people don't like you either.
I know. It goes both ways, right?
Yeah, no, I like you, man. We're friends. We're friends. Oh dear. So Charles,
let's just do this because I don't trust him to give us those emails. Type your email in the chat here if you all need bonuses, please. Just type it in the chat. Just grab a screenshot, Ray. They're all coming in here. Just
sure. Everybody's going to put their email in now.
Yeah, just type your email in. We'll verify it, of course. We'll interrupt his piano, his Elton John solo act or whatever the hell he's doing to make sure everybody that is typing their email here is verified. Also, I just want to know if you did not purchase, please tell me the reason why, because there's a lot of times we can address that before we leave, right? So I will shut up in a minute. I would just like to say one thing that kind of occurred to me as we were on this call. I see a lot of familiar names here that are on these webinars, right? And I used to hear my dad, he didn't tell it to me, but he told my brother all the time. He would say, son, you got to shit or get off the pot, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's an expression that I used to hear as a kid a lot. I don't mean to offend anybody, but my dad would basically say, look, you need to take action. You need to do something. You can't keep lingering. Like you got to be out on the field. Like you got to take a swing at some point, right? And so if it's not this, I would just ask yourself, like, why do you attend these webinars, right? Like this marketing stuff, I told you, it's a very simple formula to succeed online. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody wants to make it complicated so they have something to sell or something else to sell, but it doesn't have to be. You need two things. Number one, you need something to sell. Number two, you need somebody to sell to. That's it when it comes down to it. And what he's done is he's gone and built this piece of software, which I don't think it was very cheap. just knowing what I know about software, I think there was probably a pretty price tag to building all this out. And he's allowing you to go out there and resell the services. That's incredible. So something to sell, somebody to sell to. We taught you how to go out there and find business owners on LinkedIn. He's gone out there and created this auto job finder thing for you. So it's time. Like, it's time. This is the very bare basics that you need to succeed with an online business. It is. It's going to help you put together that presentation. It's going to help you go out there and sell something, right? A lot of people like to just be a part of this and see what's going on. And of course, he makes it very entertaining with the circus acts and the superhero characters and everything else. But folks, I would take this very serious. You know, like I said, when we got charged $35 at McDonald's the other day, and I have an Escalade and I had to put about $110 to $115 in gas every single time, and my girlfriend has to drive about 15 miles because she still works at a place called Summerlin. I'm here right off the strip. If you ever come to Vegas again, a deal. That's not cheap. That's not cheap. And I'm already saying, you know, people are going to need to supplement whatever income they have coming in. That's what he's created here for you. He really has. So please go out there and do something with it. Please share your success with us. Please inspire other people, right? Like what Denzel said, each one teach one, right? Go out there and figure this thing out. Seriously, because I did, Ray did, Adil did. And I think the hardest thing for all of us, I'm sure Ray would agree, I'm sure Adil would agree, was getting that first win.
Yep.
Once we had that first win, it was cake. But God,
I remember
to get that first win.
Cake. There you go. Cake.
The first one was, I think it was what I put out a product and I got a couple of sales and I made like $500 that weekend, and it was the greatest thing in the world. I thought I'd made $1 billion.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I sold a $7 ebook, right? But I didn't make
That's what mine was.
$7
thing.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, right? Because this comes down to what's between your ears. How many of you believe that if you had this software, that you could actually go out there and make money with it? Yes or no? Like, how many of you believe that? And I need to know this right now, because I look at this and I'm like, damn it, you know, I'm over here dealing with 6 developers today myself, Adil, while I'm on this webinar with you, right?
Oh man, that's a pain, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this is not producing revenue right now. And I look at this over here and I'm just like, man, I would just love to just go and use your freaking client finder thing here and just like, and I don't know how many times I've done this. And here's what happens, Adil, I get stuck. When, if you remember when Everlesson launched, I was always going live in that group all the time, right? Facebook groups were hot.
Yeah.
And I kept telling everybody, go create a meetup. If you go create a meetup, if you teach them basic stuff like Facebook, or if you teach them basic stuff like, you know, how to go out there and run a simple little ad, then they're going to come to you at the end of this thing. They're going to see you as an authority figure, and they're going to turn around and they're going to want to hire you. And so, but nobody did it as easy as it was. So guess what I did? I went out there and I created my own meetup. It was called Why Grow. And I did it 4 or 5 times. I got like over 120 members or something in it. And all I was trying to do was show people how to do it. So then the next step was, Everlesson had an agency license like this does. And I was telling everybody how easy it was to go out there and get clients. I didn't see anybody doing it. So guess what I did? I went live and I went out there and lined up the chiropractor. I lined up the pastor. I did one for the taxidermy. I went and became part owner in a coffee shop. I went out there and worked with the church, and I kept going live over and over and over, showing people how easy it was to go get a client. And every single time I look at this, I'm like, oh my God, that's a solution. All it requires me to do is have a little bit of consistency with it and be dedicated and focused and not go to bed till I get the solution I want. And I think that's where, I don't know, like I was talking to Perry about this morning. He's like, well, not everybody is built like that. Not everybody believes that it's that easy.
Yep.
But then I look at it, scratching my head going, why isn't everybody on the call just like rocking out with their business? It blows my mind.
I'm hearing it.
It blows my mind because I can think back to the days where I had a regular job and making $2,000, $2,500 a month working in the oil field. I can remember those days, and I'm like, good God, I can talk to people from all around the world. And my daughter Adele, she brought me to the parent.
Meeting.
You don't have kids, I don't think, right?
I know parent meetings, yeah.
Well, there's something called Career Day. There's something called Career Day, and I will never ever forget. See, I'm an ex-cop. You probably don't know that, but I will never forget the time
I didn't do it
when she brought me to the front of the room. I think she was only like third or fourth grade, and I thought that she was going to tell everybody that my dad used to be a police officer, right? You know what she said? She said, my dad draws pictures on the screen and yells and screams at everybody and makes a lot of money.
No, she didn't. Really?
Yeah.
Doing presentations?
But you have to understand, that was like a 9-year-old's perspective on it. That's what she saw. She saw me taking PowerPoint and doing what you're doing there, which to a kid, you're drawing. And then we'd hop on a webinar and we would yell and scream and make a bunch of money. And honest to God, like, how blessed are we to be able to do that? How blessed are we?
Great. Yeah, this is a great sort of market. Like, it's just become our life. I don't think we appreciate it, like, because we've just been doing it for so long. But I think a lot of people will kill to be in this kind of position and just making money online, sitting at home, and not have to worry about what's happening out there in the real world.
Right. But how hard was it to get that first win?
The first one is difficult, but then once you get the first one, then the second one becomes easier and then easier, and before you know it, you're just making all this money, and other people are going to end up perceiving you as a guru when you just didn't realize how you even got there. Sometimes you'll just forget. So it's a progression. It's not overnight, but you need to take that first step. You need to go ahead and take that first step.
So important. You know what's so important, and they saw me do a TikTok workshop with my girlfriend Connie. She did most of the workshop, and people were blown away because she had no experience, no marketing experience, whatever. She just jumped in there and did it. It's so important that you jump in there, even if you fail. It's important. If you purchase this tool, it's important that you master the basics to be dangerous. It's important that you do that right away, and it's important that you actually finish the slide presentation. And it's important that you take that and present it somewhere, even if it's just on Facebook Live or whatever. Like, it's important that you go in the motions, even if you don't get the desired results that you hope for, so that you have something on the canvas that you can improve. Too many of you are going to have a blank canvas, and that is the one thing that's killing you. The one thing that is killing you, the reason why you haven't figured this out, if I'm talking to you, is because you never put anything on the canvas. And I will tell you right now, most of the things that I put on my canvas, I fail. The majority of them I fail. When I finally get a win, then I scale that up and I go as big as I can and I do more of that. But most of the time I fail. And I'm okay with that, because that just means that there's another win right around the corner.
That's scary though, it's like just putting yourself out there can be scary for a lot of people, but you just have to take that fear, feel it, and do it anyway.
It is, but here's the other thing Perry talked about. He said, man, with the internet today, like, nobody wants to, here's what he said to me. He said, people are comfortable marketing, but they're not comfortable selling. Think about that.
What does that mean?
Think about that. People are comfortable going out there and going live on Facebook or putting together slides or doing webinars or whatever else for the most part, okay? But they're not comfortable getting on the phone or selling something or presenting in front of the room or anything like that, right?
True.
Yep.
And it's like, I just can't, I look at us, I look at a deal, I look at Ray, I look at myself, and I'm like, man, we have the same skills as everybody else. Why can't everybody do this? And if ever you were given a chance, it's with somebody that understood that I need to create a tool for a target market that hasn't figured it out yet, hasn't been able to create their first slide, hasn't been able to create your first video, and doesn't necessarily have an eye for design, and he's taken all those obstacles away from you, right? So I'll shut up. I'll quit preaching. I'm excited for everybody who's going to join our class. We will definitely over deliver on that thing, 100% without a doubt. I'm looking forward to it. It's my first class with Ray. I'll do everything I can to twist Adil's arm and get him to come in there and teach us some secrets on the software.
And speaking of the software and everything, I just sent out the email with the access to the bonuses. So if anyone wants to quickly check their email to make sure it comes through, let us know. That way we can make sure that it is working indeed. And it's just an Everlesson login. So there you go. We use what we preach about.
If anything's going to get sales, Chad and Ray, it's a cat. So there we go. We have a cat now.
Yes, it's looking good.
Okay, so fine. Let's bring up this slide for the last and final time. Here's one that I created earlier. So at the end of the slide, this is a very nice looking slide. Look at this. It's quite unique. So you can add in your own buttons, your own call to actions. You can edit in your social media handles. So let's put Ray, one for Ray, one for Chad. I don't even use Twitter myself. One for you and one for Jane. So we've got lots of different icons, styles, corporate, visual, social media. You can customize all of this text. So be positive. Oh no, book a call. Let's do book a call. There you go. Or buy my course. Let's go to buy my course. So Chad there was just talking about selling, that people are not, they just don't sell. You have to be able to ask for the sale. Okay, you have to be confident enough to ask for the sale, because if you're not making sales, then you're just wasting time. Okay, it's nice to have, it's one thing having pretty slides, but then you need to have the call to action and asking people for the sale. Now with Prezentar, this is a great thing, because if people are shy and scared of asking for the sale in real life, like over the phone, here you can do it in your own environment from the comfort of your home in front of your laptop and pre-record it using your voice, which then becomes your digital salesman. Your presentations will become your digital salespeople. Pre-recorded, they turn into video, and it's doing the work for you. So that's how you can overcome that fear if that is something that you struggle with. Okay, so for the last time, we're going to put the slides back up on the screen. You're not going to have long to grab this. When the launch ends, it's just a few days left, and then all the coupons are going to be terminated. So grab Prezentar, the whole complete bundle, while it's there, while the massive discounts are available. We've got a 200 coupon available for you. Use the coupon code MARVEL to claim that $200 off the standard bundle in option number 1. And if you want to go for the platinum bundle, which gives you some extra goodies, then you can use another coupon for that, which is on the page. Okay, it's on the page. It's James Bond. Right. Is everybody got any other questions in the chat? Is there any other questions, or maybe we should let them go? Any other questions? Otherwise, we can be here all night, and I don't mind. Just let your family know that you're safe and you're okay. Right, so Charles goes, thanks, Ray. All in for the bonuses. Chris Higgins has got the email as well. He says, thank you. John purchased as well. So we've still got people purchasing at the same time, which is fantastic. Other than that, like if you have any support problems, or you can't pay with your card's broken, or you've got some issues, we'll help you out. Just contact us via the support desk, or just email. Actually, the email link is on the screen, support@prezentar.com. That's support@prezentar.com. Folks,
Let me ask a real quick question.
Go for it.
How many of you are going to go out there and you're going to use this auto job finder like right after you get off this call? How many of you are just at that level where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and do it. Just type in the chat, let me know. I want to see if I have reached anybody on this call. Anybody whatsoever. Let me see. I'm hoping that there's a delay. Already viewing the first set of results. I'm going to check it out tonight. Chris says, yes, your number one goal should be to get the client. Can I share a real quick story, Adil?
Listen, you can share 5 stories.
Okay, well, it's your webinar, so I'm just making sure. Okay. I believe it was before the year 2000, okay? And websites had just came out. I was living in Casper, Wyoming, right? And this was the big buzzword. And I had a partner, his name was David Smithhurst, and we were in the process of taking the white pages, and we were typing it into something called Lotus 123.
Wow,
And
Lotus.
what we were doing was we were building up a database of everybody in that town, because there wasn't, like, the internet was not a hot thing or anything else, right? So, but we knew that if we had a database that we could start marketing the town, even though we didn't really know how to market, right? At the same time, he said to me, hey, I talked to my friend in Chicago or whatever, and they're making a killing selling websites. And I was like, what the hell is a website? And he showed me, and all it was it was like a single page, and there was like some animated little GIFs on it or something else. I'm like, dude, I can go sell these things. So I walked into my first store, which was called Party Animals. I sold a website for $10,000. Party Animals was owned by a lady named Deb Reed. Deb says, do me a favor, go over to Gizmos. My husband runs that store, and go present this to him. I walked in, I talked to Joe Reed. I sold another $10,000 website. I had my first $20,000 check in one day, and I got back home, and my girlfriend Mary, I looked at her and I showed her the check, and we were so excited. And then at the same time, I was scared half to death. And she goes, what's wrong? And I went and I pouted on my bed. And she goes, what's wrong? You just made so much money. This is more money than we've seen. I said, because I don't know how to build a website. I sold it, but I didn't know how to build it. I think they did like HTML in like high school or whatever. I had no interest in that. I didn't even go to typing class. Okay, so I was paid, and now I had to deliver. I had no choice. I went out there and sold it first. I've done this so many times in my life, and the reason why is because no matter what, I know in that position I'm going to deliver. If I have sold something first, and I have no choice but to learn it and to deliver. So lo and behold, I can remember she brought me a magazine. She goes, here, I brought you something to cheer you up. She had gone to the grocery stores, and she threw this magazine at me called PC Magazine or something like that. I remember opening up, and there on the inside cover was an ad for something called Web Easy. I don't know if you remember that or not, Adil. It was before Front Page, before Dreamweaver. It was called Web Easy. It was like a $79 program. I had to cut out the ad out of the magazine. I had to write a check. I had to put it in an envelope, and I had to send off for the software. And I did rush shipping or whatever. This software shows up like 3 days later or whatever. I go and I plug it into my computer. I go and I build out these websites. I did it in one afternoon. The clients were blown away. Not only were they blown away, they introduced me to every single business owner that they knew, including Mike Zwickel, including La Casina Rest, like all of these different places, Western Environmental. And I took that little Web Easy program, and I went out there and I started building websites. And I was getting paid anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 to knock out these websites. And let me tell you something, those were the times. That was when it happened. But had I said to myself, okay, but first I got to go learn this, but first I got to buy the program, but first I have to figure this out before I can go out there and sell it, I can promise you I would have failed. I would have never figured it out. Instead, I was confident, and I was completely committed to finding the solution to deliver for my client. And that was it. Some of you already know this. You already have the gift. You already have the skill. You already have the ability. And when you get away from this marketing world, when you get away from Chad Nicely, Ray Lane, Adil Chowdhury, who in some people's eyes say those are marketing experts, and when you go compare yourself to the chiropractor, to local businesses, to the typical person that's out there hustling on TikTok but doesn't know how to make any money, the people on like whatever, you're an expert. The fact that you're on this webinar, that you know what a webinar is, the fact that you know how to modify a slide, the fact that you know how to take a slide and now make it into a video, the fact that you know, okay, you got to have something to sell and somebody to sell to, makes you an expert when you put yourself up against the rest of the world. And some of you just need to go out there and ask for the money and put yourself in a box where you're going to be in a position where you have to deliver, and this software is going to make it very easy for you to do that. So as you can see, I'm more excited with the agency version of this software and you going out there and doing this for other people, because I've made a lot of money with that. Ray's made a lot of money with that. I know when I met Ray, he was doing videos for free for people and then upselling them into a service. Isn't that right, Ray?
Yep, we sure were. In fact, when you were talking about going out and getting that client, it reminded me of a story that I did. A good friend of ours, David Sprague, had a new software that helped you to find clients that needed help with their Google My Business. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know how to do the Google My Business thing, but I'm going to do this anyway. And I sent out an email using his software. 5 minutes later, a guy was sending me a check. Well, I mean, he was paying with PayPal, but point being is he was sending me money within 5 minutes because I took action. All I did was send him out using the software. Hey, did you see what John Smith said about you? And I showed him a bad review that he had on Google, and he called me within 5 minutes. I had a phone call. Where did you see that? I'm like, oh, I found it here on Google. He said, where's that? And I had to show him, and he's like, well, how do we fix that? I said, well, we got to do this. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know what I was talking about really at that point in time, but he jumped onto PayPal, sent me money, and we did it. So same type of thing. You got to take action. You never know how quickly you can get results.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just, Perry said it best. He goes, people just don't ask for the money, man. That's all. That dude has no problem asking for money. Let me tell you something. He will certainly ask for money and then figure out how to deliver after he collects the money. Matter of fact, one of the biggest lessons I ever learned, you'll get a kick out of this, Adil. Did you ever see his hat offer for the CEO hat? Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't. What was that?
Perry Belcher was running an ad for the CEO hat. He gave you, it was a cool hat. He gave you a free CEO hat. All you had to do was pay for shipping and handling. Okay. And then what happened was the upsell was a workshop that he was going to do. And of course, you know, I'm his partner, so I'm involved in all this. I was in the group, and there was about 60 people by day 2. And Perry made a video and said, hey, guess what? Keep the hat. I'm giving you all your money back, and I'm giving you access to the workshop for free.
Oh.
And what he was trying to do was figure out how to go out there and sell it before he even figured out how to deliver it.
Oh, okay.
That was really smart if you think about it. Anytime, look, I'm going to tell you something all that you don't want to hear right now, but it's going to be the absolute truth. And when I look back on my life, I would know that this is where I have screwed up. Anytime that you try to go and put something together before you sell it, you have no motivation. It becomes too overwhelming. You come out of that excited zone, and then you do not finish that project. How many of you can relate to this right now? You might think I'm crazy when I say go out there and sell something first on a promise, but I'm telling you right now, I'm onto something. If I was in your shoes and I picked up the agency version of this software, I would run that auto job finder, and I would go out there and I would say, here's what my package includes that I can do for you. And then I would jump into software and I would learn to use it.
Yeah. And this, by the way, this is nothing, you know, this whole concept is nothing new. Back when we were kids, Chad, and Adil, probably where you were as well, you used to see those adverts on TV, and it'd be like, get the such and such product, you know, allow 6 to 8 weeks for shipping. Well, there's a reason it was 6 to 8 weeks for shipping, and it wasn't because it was coming from China. It was because they didn't actually have the product yet, and they wanted to see if they get orders. And what people used to do is, if they got the orders, they'd make them and they'd send them within 6 to 8 weeks. If they didn't get the orders, they'd say, oh, we're sold out, sorry, and they'd cancel it. And that's how they would do it, because they knew, you know, if we can get the sales, then we know we can make this product, and we know we can keep making sales. So they would test it out that way. Government didn't like it when they did it that way with a, you know, a real product like that, but but that's what they used to do. Same thing.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, and this is the reason why I love, I like hanging out with people like Adil and everything, but this is one of the reasons why I love doing these webinars. It's because of the light bulb moments that I realize. And I'm being honest with you. Some of you, the reason why you're not making money, the reason why you're struggling is because you're trying to finish a product before you go out there and sell it. If I go out there and if I say, hey, we're going to do a workshop teaching you how to do TikTok or whatever else, the fact that I have put it out there, the fact that I've sold it means I now have to deliver it. I have no options available. Whereas if I'm like, okay, well, we're preparing the slides, well, we're doing this, well, we're doing that, at some point we'll release this thing. No, I can't tell you how many times it never got released. It's going to be the same thing. You have this incredible piece of software. All of you need to focus on going out there and selling it like now. And I promise you, like if you trust me, then listen to what I'm saying. I promise you, you will be blown away by the results. And here's the other thing too. The very best thing that you can do for your business, and you guys can see I am really pushing you to go out there and sell these services. The best thing you can do for your business is get comfortable hearing no. Get comfortable hearing no, where you're no longer fearful of it. You're no longer taking a big gulp. You're no longer scared of hearing that. Just get comfortable hearing no, because you're going to hear more no's in your life than you will yes, especially in business. And that's okay. And believe it or not, a no doesn't necessarily mean no. There's been many times I've been told no, and then they've come back around on me, especially if I'm confident and everything else, been like, okay, cool. Well, it was just an idea. I was just throwing it out there. Let me know if anything changes. And then lo and behold, they'll leave thinking something because they're like, well, why isn't he hungry? Why isn't he desperate? And then they come back around, I was thinking about that. Do you think we could use it for this? How many times that happened, Ray? You're
Many.
muted if you're
Sorry.
talking.
Tough.
Yeah.
I know. It's tough hitting that mute button sometimes. Yes, that has happened quite often. Or on top of that, remember, if you're already doing stuff with clients, a lot of times those clients are your perfect audience, and sometimes those clients will say no, but then later on they'll come back to it. So, that's a warm audience. If you've got people you already work with, and go to them first. Or on the other hand, if you've got businesses that you do other things with, maybe you're just a customer. There's a lot of reciprocation. Hey, I've been coming here for 20 years. By the way, do you need a website? That kind of a thing. Likely they're going to come to you instead of some stranger. So use those different relations that you already have. Chad's had a story back a while ago about the Chinese restaurant. Do you remember that one, Chad?
Refresh my memory.
That was the one where you were proving a point. You went into a Chinese restaurant, and I can't even remember which service it was.
I was talking to you on the phone, wasn't I?
I think so. I can't remember for sure, but
I had just came back from the dentist. I hadn't seen the dentist. I hadn't seen this specific dentist in a while because I was living in Vegas. And I remember he asked me, it was a dentist in a wheelchair now. I remember he asked me, what do you do now or whatever else? I'm like, well, I help people like you. Remember? And then he called me back or whatever. And we went out there and we started running ads for the dentist and everything else. Okay, I showed all that. I can't remember the name of that restaurant. It's in Casper, Wyoming. I go to this Chinese restaurant. Ray, you called me because you were doing something for me or my sister.
Oh, that's right. I called you when you were just leaving it, I think.
Yeah, and then you told me, you're like, dude, I just saw your video or whatever where you landed that dentist, because I went live in the group with the dentist. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's because every single business, they need to grow their business, and they just have no idea. Kind of like this Chinese restaurant here, because he has nobody eating here, and it's in the middle of the day, and his food is fantastic. And do you remember what he said to me?
I don't. What did I say to you? It was probably very prophetic.
Him. Remember, he said, he said, can you help me now? Can we sit down? Can we talk? Remember that? And I was talking to you at the time. Yeah, I had forgotten about that. Yeah, it's just a matter of like asking. Like, I'll tell you right now, folks, if it was me, the first thing I would do is I would go grab a screenshot of every single one of Adil's templates there, and I would make a video out of it. And I would say, look at the kind of quality videos that we can do for you. Because he's already done the work with the templates and everything. I'd start putting together assets with everything that he's given you. I wouldn't use his superheroes and all that stuff, but I would take all the, getting away from all the launch stuff. I would take all the templates, and I would take something like Snagit or Jing or whatever you have, and I would put together my own little video portfolio. And I would make myself look bigger than I am. And I would go out there and I would start selling this thing. And I don't know if you showed it, if you can show it, if you haven't loaded a deal, but that auto job finder, did you show that at all?
No.
Like, what's the idea with that? And by the way, what time is it there?
11 o'clock at night.
You're like, man, I hate doing Nicely's webinars.
That's all right. We can go in for 7 hours. We can.
I think we've done that before, haven't we?
We have, and then I'm more concerned with the people turning up because their family reports them missing because they've been gone for so long. I did one for 7 hours. People didn't want to leave. I'm like, what's wrong with these guys? Why are they hanging out with us for 7 hours? I have no idea. Maybe it's just your bad jokes, Chad.
I'm
Or
not
your
gonna-
motivation. You're because you are now Tony Robbins. You are the new Tony Robbins. I made some slides for you. Let's
Oh
have a look.
boy, you didn't say that, did you?
I did. Where are we? Let's see.
Ah,
There you go. Oh, there we go, Chad. The new Tony Robbins nicely. The ultimate motivation system. Because you gave a nice, beautiful little speech there earlier. It was really profound. It was really, really good. I think really
That is
valuable,
great.
and it was truth.
I don't even know what we said. I'm just trying to reach people to where they do something right now.
And right now, what they need to do is go over to prezentar.online/Chad, and I'm asking for the sale because you told me to. That's funny. It's okay. I'll laugh at myself. It's fine.
So they get access to the job finder right away, right?
Yeah, everything's instantly unlocked. So all they need to do is go ahead and grab the bundle, and they'll get an email with their logins. Check your spam folder too in case it goes in there. But if there's any issues, then go ahead and just drop an email over at support@prezentar.com. Sometimes people might have payment issues as well, so we can help you work around that with your credit card. We don't accept check anymore like back in the day, like with your story, where I remember you had to cut things out. I remember on eBay, people would send a check in an envelope. Can you imagine that? Cutting coupons out and sending checks in envelope? No one does that anymore. But I remember that buzz of receiving checks in cash through direct mail, like through physical mail. That was something else. What an experience. Now it's all digital. You never get to really see it. It's just
It's
digital.
coming back. It's coming back.
Really?
Checks are coming back. Of course they are, man. With all the regulations, everything, checks are going to come back.
Well, you
I
can
look
start
forward
by
to it
sending
because
me
when I
one.
used to send out checks, people would take a picture of it. Then I would send it an email because there was no social media at the time. It's great.
Yeah.
So can you tell me this? How does the job finder work? Like, what does it do? Does it search Upwork? What does it search?
Let's have a look. What it does is a screenshot here. Yeah, it'll search Upwork. There's Behance. There's a few sites, like 5, 6, 7 sites. It'll just pull data from. So you in the search box, you just type in the type of job you want to search for, and based on that search query, it'll go and pull and find those job posts using those keywords. Does that make sense? So you would just type in something like presentation. So you don't have to just create presentations. You could type in something like graphics or write ebook. So anyone that's posted a job online with those keywords, it'll pull those and bring those back. So then you can just go through, sort them, and find something that you want to work on. So you could type in something like create presentation, and you'll get results like this. Look, let me bring that up. So this guy says, we have a company slide deck and need a talented freelancer to design and create the presentation for co-branded blah, 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 blah. And he had a budget there of $450, fixed price $450.
Okay, so can I give some advice, because I deal a lot with Upwork, Fiverr, like all of these things, not just with developers, but with graphics, with front end conversion, like all this stuff. Like I've done flyers, brochures, videos, you name it. Like I was talking to Ray the other day, he created a video for our global control center. And I said, did you use After Effects to do that? He said, yeah. I said, I used to know After Effects, and then I just go on Fiverr now and I just give somebody the template and I pay them $10 and now they do it, right? Here's what I suggest. And I know for a fact that you guys can make a lot of money with this. I know for a fact you can, okay? This is what I suggest. And matter of fact, Ray, we need to put together a training, and we need to create a syndicate where we can take that syndicate and we can build up their profiles on some of these networks like Upwork.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I got
absolutely.
my developers and I taught them to go out there, and what they did is they all posted projects and they hired each other and they gave each other the most amazing marks, amazing feedback, right? And that builds up their profile so that you have those 4 or 5 stars, right? But here's what you want to do.
Great.
Go out there, respond to everybody. But let me tell you something, when it comes to this right now, like I'll go make a post and I'll get people that respond to me and they're canned responses. But when somebody says, hey, Chad, I took the time to look at your document or whatever, I think this is something I can do. I'm a high school student. I work after. if they talk to me, and there's magic, there is magic when you mention somebody's name. Okay, folks, listen to me very closely, because you're going to go out there, you're going to find people have made a project, and you're going to come back and you're going to say that this is something I can help you with. Mention their name. Hey, Ray, I just read your description or whatever. Would love to help you out with this. I have a few spare hours this weekend, or like whatever it is, just be personal. The first thing is mention their name. There is, even when you're speaking, if you can mention somebody's name 3 times, I don't know why, but it's freaking magic. There is just an instant connection. So it's the same thing. When you're typing out, mention somebody's name, because everybody else, if you've ever posted something on Upwork and got a response back, it's a canned response. So be personal, the first thing. The second thing is, while you're building up your profile, either come in at the price that they requested, don't overshoot, you can do that later, or come in underneath it. Come in underneath a little bit, because you'll stand out from the rest. And the whole goal here, I mean, look, if your number one goal is, if you look at this, you're like, okay, I want to do this full time. And it's not just a deals tool. Todd Gross has gone out there and created tools. We've gone out there and taken EverLesson. You can build courses for everybody. Like, for whatever reason, the deal has opened up my eyes with the screenshot that he has right here. And I realize there's some things that we have not told you that you could absolutely succeed with. And we should really, really focus on this, Ray. Maybe we can do a bonus day or whatever during the workshop, okay? But here's the thing, folks, okay? Your number one goal should be to get those stars. They're not payment verified stars, but they're stars, meaning people like working with you. And in order to do that, come in a little bit lower on your project. If you're going to do a slide presentation for somebody, if you're going to do a video presentation, come in a little bit lower. Just do everything you can, over deliver, give them great comments. They give you comments back, and you're going to have such an easier time going out there and finding more people to do this. Okay, so is it a numbers game? Yes. Is it a numbers game that requires quality? Yes, absolutely. You're going to stand out from the rest if you are personal, if you mention the person by name, if you come in a little bit lower than everybody else, if you're humble, if you're truthful, if you communicate with the person, if you're willing to hop on a call. All of those things matter. If you show interest in their project, if you over deliver for them, all of these things are going to make a huge difference. And now this tool and every other tool that you've gone out there and purchased, folks, you can go out there and you can do this. You can absolutely do this. And you can get paid $400, $450, $500. I've paid that much for videos and presentations and banners and Photoshop files. And God, man, I don't know how much I spend in outsourcing, right? So how many of you believe that you can do this? You're going to use his tool, go out there, take the advice that I've done, and go get your first win. Go get your first win. And look, here's the thing, okay? He just told you, I didn't even know the other sites. I know Upwork and I know Fiverr. All right? If you're still on the fence, if you haven't purchased, go to Upwork and do the search that he has here on the screen. Go find those people yourself, sell it, and then come back and then buy the tool if you need to do that. But remember, something to sell, somebody to sell to. These services, we talk a lot about, if you were at Perry's last event, we talked about how you don't want to own an agency today. I want to make sure everybody understands this. The word agency is a big term. You don't want to own an agency. When you own an agency, the client owns you. They can come back at you and say, hey, Chad, can you look at my email? Hey, I shot a webinar this weekend. Can you look at this? Hey, do you have somebody who can do this? Hey, can you get these graphics done for me? Can you do this? Yeah, because I'm an agency. I do everything. No. What you want to do is you want to provide services, folks. You want to provide services. You want to provide video services. You want to provide slide services. You want to provide webinar, whatever it is. You want to provide services where you take this tool and you do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Something to sell. And now he's gone and created another tool to help you find the somebody to sell to. I'm excited for you. We definitely have to focus on that, Ray. That's definitely something that we need to definitely take to a whole new level.
As a part of that, I actually cut my teeth back years and years ago doing that kind of stuff on Fiverr. So it's a great way to get started at the very least.
Yeah, we need to put something together because it's not that hard. I look at all the people. Look, I look at myself. I post a project. I'll tell you right now, folks, the first thing I look at is I go and I click the thumbs down on anybody that's out of my budget. Like I'll go post a budget for $500 to $700. I'll get some people coming back at like $3,500. I won't even look at their name. I won't even open up. I just click thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, and I'm left with everybody that's within my budget. And then the next thing is I go through and I start clicking on each and every one. And the first thing I look at is how did they respond to me? Did they actually take the time to read what it is I posted, to read about my project? And if they just gave me some freaking canned response or whatever, I hit the thumbs down. I hit the thumbs down. But then there's always somebody that comes back. There's always somebody that says, hey, Chad, I took the time to read it. I'm located here in Houston, Texas, blah, 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 blah. I can help you with this. Let's hop on a call. That's the person I hire. So how many of you now understand that you have been given a secret to stand out from the rest of the people that are trying to get the jobs? And by the way, the secret is they are looking at this as a numbers game. Yes, I want you to look at this as a numbers game too. You can target people from all around the world. But when you respond, you are now trained to bring the personality and the love and the value into your response, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And those are business owners that are looking to hire you. And treat it like you're applying for a job. What do you do when you apply for a job? You go and I'm not employable, but I can remember back in the day, you go put nice clothes on, you comb your hair, you shave, you present your best because you want to get hired. That's how you need to look at this. Even though it's going to be a job that's going to end, they might turn around and rehire you again. They might bring you on full time. You might get a percentage of their company. Who knows? I've been in that position, right? But just bring the quality into these postings. And I'm telling you right now, you have an incredible product that you can sell.
Yeah, so, and you bring up an important thing there, and you know, I want you to listen to what Chad said there about one part of that is they may give you part of the company. We've had that happen as well. We actually were, we ended up with like 25% ownership in a pest control company, and eventually he sold that company out. So there's a lot of opportunity. You can get creative. You don't have to be like, oh, I need $1,000 right now. There can be creative ways to do things that can be a lot more lucrative. You know, if you think of William Shatner and Priceline, you jumped in there and got percentages and made millions of dollars. Not saying you're going to do that, but you get in there on a company, a small company, and you own a percentage of it, and they sell it out or they do really well. You help them grow their business. You're going to make a lot more than you would have if you just charged them $1,000 or $5,000 for a project or two. So be creative.
How many of you, there's probably a lot of experience I have. There's a lot of experience that Ray has. How many of you would appreciate, I got to do it anyways, so it's great when I can do a bonus for it. How many of you would appreciate a walkthrough on, the one that I'm really familiar with is Upwork. I've done a lot on Fiverr too, but they're changing stuff like every day. I think Upwork, would you say, Adil, Upwork is definitely the key?
There's many platforms, you know, I guess it's going to come down to just your preference of what type of platform you want to use. I started off on Upwork, so I'm still with them today. You know, there's Freelancer as well. A lot of people use Freelancer. There's Guru. I think some of these have been got sold out or bought out as well. Elance, you remember Elance? I think Elance became Upwork.
You know what? Here's a funny story. You ready for this? I went and posted a project. I owned an industrial company called industrialsupplyco.net. And I was a distributor for a product called ISCAR. ISCAR stood for Israeli Carbide. It was owned by Warren Buffett. ISCAR had 672,000 products in their inventory, and I wanted to have it where like the nomenclature was like CNMG 42, and that's all like you know, metal terms and everything else, alloys and everything else. But I wanted to have it to where when somebody typed in CNMG 42, we were at the top of this thing called Google. So I went out there and I posted an ad looking for somebody that could go rank our sites. And somebody actually responded back in Elance, and it was the name of the company was called Jargon Handlers. And Jargon Handlers, they were going to charge me $2 an hour to do SEO. Jargon Handlers was owned by a guy named Karthik Ramani.
I recognize that name, Jargon Handlers. I knew it was Karthik. I knew it.
True story. And it took me forever to talk him in to start to build software or whatever, because he's like, I don't want to get involved in that business. This make money online stuff is not legit, blah, 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 blah. Took me forever. Now he's like one of the top affiliates in the freaking business, right?
Yeah, I sent him an Oculus Quest VR headset.
Yeah, well, you screwed up there.
I heard that.
Yeah.
And,
So
and
look,
as far as Elance goes, I used to do a lot of stuff on Elance too. I used to sell video services, graphic services, a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah, and they're all very familiar. The one, like being honest with you guys, the one that I am very familiar with is one called Dribble, and then there's Upwork. I use Dribble for like UI stuff before we had our own UI team. Now we have our own UI team, but I was using that back in the day. But Upwork I'm very familiar with, and there's no doubt in my mind that we can teach you how to use Upwork and Fiverr, and they're all going to work the same way. It's the principles about how you respond to these jobs and everything else, and the technique. And there's just a lot that I think we can offer you. So how many of you believe that if we did that training, that would help you? Just type in the chat, let me know. How many of you would really appreciate that training? Because I look at all these all these agency solutions that come out and everything else. I can remember when we launched Everless back in the day. I don't know if you remember this, Adil, because you were definitely one of the top affiliates on Everless, and it was called Member Hub back in the day. So were you, Ray.
Yep.
There was a guy that went out there and built a course for somebody, and she gave him a car. It was Wayne Dan. She gave him a car to build a course. And it was right then and there that I realized, I'm like, man, people can make a lot of money going out there and providing these services. And you don't have to, what Adil is proposing here makes sense to me. You don't have to go out there on LinkedIn. You don't have to go out there and do cold email. You don't have to do it. Instead of chasing people, why don't you go where people are asking for your help and become a master at learning how to respond to those?
Yep. Yep.
That just
Believe it
makes
or not,
so much
another
sense.
one, another one that it tends to be a little more industrial-based stuff, but it does have these digital marketing things in there. Is Thumbtack. Thumbtack has that in there as well.
Yeah, I was talking to Perry just yesterday. We were having sushi. I hate sushi. That's why he always chooses sushi. But we were sitting there. I can't remember the name of the product. He was telling me about a product that he did in the other day. It was something 5. It was something 5 something. I don't know if you guys remember. He and Ryan Dice did it in the day. It was something 5 something. He always tells me the name of it. I can never remember it, right? And I said, well, what is it? He goes, we need to recreate it. We need to like do it now. And it's one of those things, guys. I want y'all to understand this term really well. It is buy low, sell high. Okay, buy low, sell high.
Great.
And he goes, oh, it's called Freedom 5. It was called Freedom 5. And what he said to me the other day, he says, inside of Freedom 5, what we taught people was that they could go out there and they could sell a service and they could deliver it on Fiverr. So they're paying somebody on Fiverr $5 or whatever, and then they're reselling the service for like 30 or 40 bucks. That's what this course taught you. But he said, but then the upsell was that you could go out there on Upwork and find people that are needing courses or needing to have sales videos created or videos presentation or whatever. And if you didn't want to do it yourself, you could come back over here to Fiverr and hire somebody that could do that, right? There's a huge marketplace. People are looking for help with their marketing services. Very basic services, just like Adil had here on the screen, right? So it looks like we got a good response, Ray. So remind me of that, and we'll do that. We'll do that training as well. We'll probably just charge for that training, folks. But anybody that, just remind me of this, Ray, because I need help keeping things organized. Because I do things very spontaneous, as you're seeing here. Because it's based on like I look at what the comments or what people are saying, then we put together solutions based on where they're at, right? So what we'll do is we'll end up charging for that whole outsourcing deal, which is very needed. But if you have the receipt to this product here, we'll just let you in on that. Was that fair?
That's an insane bonus. Wow, wow. I can't. You guys have really poured it in today. It's from one to the next, and another surprise, then another surprise.
Yeah, well, I think that, but I really believe that people can succeed with this, and I think they need to. I think things are going to get really crappy in the world, especially here in the U.S. I think things are going to get so. We're in California, Dill. They're paying like $10 for a gallon of gas right now.
How much was it? How much did it used to be?
$1, $2.
What?
Well, I mean, it's been like 3 or 4 for the past couple of years, right? No, it's up to
No,
it's up to like
it
10.
was when right before COVID, it was right around $2, and now it's in California anyway. It's up to about 10.
Yeah,
Damn.
here in Vegas, we're almost $6.
And we're only 4.5 here, but
Yeah,
for
our
us that's real.
groceries are like 4 times what they were. I can't go out to Outback Steakhouse with my girlfriend and her 2 kids and pay less than $100.
No,
And I used to
no.
go to Outback every Sunday and pay like $29 for my whole
So the
family.
so the food has increased as well.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Man, I
Yeah.
don't. I
Like,
never check. I didn't know that. Wow, that's
Yeah, no, everything has. So that's why Perry
wow.
said, dude, people are going to be staying at home and they're going to learn to create side hustles from their home. And so he
Have they still
knows
got
that
money?
yeah, it's a
Are
great
they,
opportunity.
have they got money though? That's another question. Will they have money to spend on buying stuff and
You know
programs
what?
and things?
I'll never forget when I went through a divorce, I was left with nothing and I was sitting in my little apartment in Casper, Wyoming, right? And I can remember talking to my friend Matt. You guys know who Matt is. And I didn't have the money to pay rent.
Mm,
I didn't have the money to pay rent. And he goes, dude, let me help you. I can help you. I said, nope, I got it. And you know what I did, Adil? I
mm,
took out slides and I created a product on those slides. It was called List Building University. And I went
okay.
out there and I sold this thing, right? Because I had child support to pay and I had rent to pay. I went and I put together these slides. It was like 30 slides or whatever, pretty much just the same exact look that you have over here on your screen. And I went out there and I did this presentation, right? And I made like $7,000 or whatever on that product. And I paid my rent and I paid my child support and I started delivering on that product. And then what happened was Facebook made changes. It taught you how to go out there and get business owners from Facebook or whatever using lead capture pages. And they made changes and they shut everybody down. So about 3 months later, I had to either give people their refund or I had to turn around and give them access to the software that we created or whatever. I gave them their choice. But
Wow.
here's the thing. Here's
Mm-hmm.
the thing, right? Most people took the software, if I remember, because it's like a $297 course. Here's the thing, folks. In my worst position, and I've been there, I've been at rock bottom. In my worst case scenario, I've always been able to sit here at the computer, taking tools just like you see here, putting together those presentations and getting out of any situation I've ever been in, ever. Like, and the way I look at it is I had 2 kids to support. I was not going to be a bum dad. My kids are not going to grow up having anything bad to say about their dad, right? Some of you just don't want it bad enough. I've never ever I grew up in a poor house. I never had money given to me. I didn't go to college. Like I said, I was a cop because I wasn't smart enough to do anything else. I stumbled in this business by accident. That's a true story. And there's been times where I can remember going to the check cashing center and I would write a check for $250. I made $2,500 a month in the oil field. And I'd write a check for $250 and they would give me $200 cash. And then I get my check and I go back to the check cashing center. I'd write another check for $250 and they give me $200 cash. I couldn't catch up. And then finally, when I got in this business and I discovered how to go, I went and funny story, man. I was working for my dad. I was working for a company called TurnTech Manufacturing, and my dad was always excited about this thing called databases. He was always excited about this thing called graphic artists, and then he would sit there and watch these webinars from these guys like Frank Kern, Brendan Burchard, like all these big guys back in the day, probably Adil Chowdhury. He did some huge stuff back in the day. And then one day we're sitting there watching this webinar from this guy named Perry Belcher and Ryan Dice, and it was called the Ugly Duckling Webinar. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
It was called the Ugly Duckling Webinar. And here's what Perry introduced to the world that has since changed everything about marketing. He said that you could take this program called PowerPoint, and you could take this another program, I think it was Camtasia, whatever they were using back in the day, and you could take the slides and you could make them into videos. That was the introduction. And from that point forward, what he has combined in this screen, folks, is how I have survived for the last 20-something years in this business. If you think about it, every time we come to you, whether it be a webinar, whether it be a course, even if you came to my live events or you came to my mastermind, what did I have up on the screen? I always had a slide. Always.
Slides are the way, man. Slides are the way. Presentations, especially. I heard this story from, I think, Russell Brunson as well. Like, he was about to lay a load of people, he was about to lay people off his sales team or phone team once at one point, and he needed to make money fast, otherwise he would have had to just get rid of everyone. And so he put together some kind of presentation and some webinar package, and basically he made then he made 200K, which allowed him to keep going.
Yep. Yeah, no, it wasn't a lot that day. List Building University, it was not a lot that day, but you know what? It was enough to keep me going. Yeah, no, it's a gift. It's a gift what Adil has put together for you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a pretty good software developer. He knows something about software that I don't, especially when it comes to the front end. I am watching his process. I've seen how he took Pixel to Scribble to now this, and I'm like, nobody knows how to do what he does with these graphical products. It's very, very well done, and you had to have had a lot of patience to put that much love into those designs. Very few people in this business are going to do that deal. Very few people. They just don't care. You always go above and beyond, but I also know that you'll turn around and make, you know, another $5 million off this product over the next 3 or 4 years because you'll keep updating it, you'll keep supporting it, and affiliates will keep promoting it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, how you have to. I mean, I'm passionate about it, man. So
yeah, so it's not just your
spend a
Netflix.
lot of time. No, that's lovely, lovely comments, man. Lovely comments.
Yeah. So anyways, that's the bonuses we have for you. We'll do 2 workshops. I want you all to succeed. It'll be great. I'm actually more excited about the damn second workshop, Ray, than I am the first one. It didn't occur to me that, man, there's a lot we can teach them about Upwork.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, and not even just Upwork, but just the idea of these, you know, quick opportunities that are out there, because there are a ton of them. There really are.
Yeah, because
and sometimes you don't even need a third-party software, you know, or a third-party website for that. There are ways to find those opportunities just in your community.
Yep.
We can talk about that too if we want.
Yep. Yeah. No, there's definitely a huge need for that. It never even occurred to me to do something like that, but that makes so much sense because it's one of those things where you don't have to pick up the phone, you don't have to go out there, and you don't even really have to market. Like, you go where people are asking for your help, and you simply respond better than anybody else. Like, it just didn't even occur to me until I saw that screenshot of deal. So that's awesome. I appreciate you sharing that.
Sorry, I had it on mute there. No, you gave so many stories. I think you are the real Tony Robbins. You are the Tony Robbins of the IM world. You really are. You know, I know we have a laugh at you and giggle at you and jest, but you speak real truth, man. You know, you're an entrepreneur at heart. You're a hustler. You find solutions where people can't see them, and you motivate. That's why people love you so much. And Ray, what great experience that you have as well. Ultimately,
Yeah.
presentations are always going to be the core foundation of a lot of revenue generation, man. Especially now when people are going to be back home again. I didn't know gas has gone up by 5, 6, 7 times. Food.
Oh yeah.
I just have no concept of that. I'm just, you know, So I was setting up a live stream last week for this launch, and the van driver who was helping me shift equipment to the office, he talked about how he's constantly putting fuel in his car, and I'm like, I'm so lucky to stay at home. I don't have to drive. But then he was like, I'm spending so much on gas. I'm like, how much has it gone up? He goes, you don't know? And I said, no, I don't know. But what he doesn't know is that over the last 10, 15 years, you know, since I've been making money, I've never checked fuel prices. I just don't care. You know, I mean, I'm in a blessed position where I just open the cap, fill it up, go inside. I don't even look at what it's costing me, and I just, you know, just hit my credit card and go. So he was shocked. He couldn't believe. He basically started saying things like, "What kind of world are you living in? What do you mean you don't know what fuel prices are like?" I really don't. I didn't know what they were before. Don't even know what they were before. But that's a great thing about this online world. You know, once you've got the money coming in, I mean, you should be. I'm not saying be a dumbass like me and don't check, right? You should have that awareness, but it's a good position to be where you can create presentations, you can do webinars, you can create these courses and these tutorials and have things automated as well, and start having those income stream just benefit you in your lifestyle. We don't have to, it takes a little bit of a pressure off. You know, you went to McDonald's the other day and spent $35. Most people would probably think twice about that, you know, but there you go. So presentations are always going to be required now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, because it's just an easy way to share and convey information in a beautiful way. So the link is on the screen, folks, for the last time. We've got some incredible bonuses. Prezentar.online at Chad. I think we've been online for about 4 hours and 99 minutes and about 3 hours. I've lost track of time. I have no idea what day time it is either. It's 11 o'clock where I am. I think it's just getting into your afternoon. And Chad was really getting into the groove. I don't think Chad wants to go. Ray wants to stay here, listen to Chad as well. I'm actually pumped up and I'm excited about these bonuses. So let me know when those bonuses are running. And I think he said he wanted me to turn up for one of them. I'm happy to turn up. I'll wear a nice little flamingo outfit for you as well. So whenever that is, let me know. So I mean, Mark is not leaving. Mark says keep the party going. Mark, we have to eat at some point. I don't think I've eaten for the last, I don't know, I didn't even have breakfast today. Didn't even go to the gym. You know, when there's a launch going on, there is no concept of day, time, food, gym. It's just eat whatever you want, you know, and you're allowed to. You're allowed to. I've ordered extra dessert as well. So folks, you know what, I thank everybody for turning up. I think we should probably start closing it at this point. I don't want to keep you, Chad and Ray, sure you got things to do. So is the replay going to go out if once this is done? I think they're on mute right now, or Chad has passed out
Yeah, it's on
after
mute.
all of the motivation.
We'll get the replay out.
You get the replay out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll get that out
good.
pretty
Yeah.
fast.
Nice. Well, guys, folks, thank you so much. I love these presentations, especially when you've got some good guys on the other end. Otherwise, they're really boring, you know. So, and the crowd was great. The crowd's very engaging, very excited. I think most people have actually gone ahead and purchased the bundle and some the platinum one as well. So we'll have the replay will be up until the very end. When the timer does finish on the official page at the end of the launch, the coupons will expire. So you'll no longer have those $200 and $500 discounts. So you should really grab it before then. And plus, you've got two incredible bonuses, which I didn't even know Chad and Ray were going to do. So don't miss out. Thank you very much for attending. The replay should be going out very soon. I guess the video is going to be edited. So when you're watching this later on a replay, take action before the timer runs out. Support is available for you. You get VIP support. There's a full refund policy there available. We love you. And plus, you got the bonuses as well. What more do you want? So, final words, Chad. I want to thank you and Ray for having me on. Really appreciate that.
No, I think the product makes sense, especially where the world is. Remember, guys and girls, gals, less is more. You don't have to have a lot of stuff. You use what you got. If you purchase this tool, go out there, line up the client, something to sell, somebody to sell to. You have everything. It's up to you, and we're doing everything we can to pull for you, because I really do believe that things are going to get scary, and you're going to want to know how to support yourself from home. It's a great product.
I agree.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll let you guys go now and go and eat and meet your family again. So thank you. Take care. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And we shall hopefully speak very soon on that next bonus training session. So if you haven't grabbed it, the link is on the screen. Go ahead and grab it and take care.
Yeah, thanks, Adil. Good luck on the launch, buddy.
Thanks, Chad.
Yep. Have a good
Thanks, Ray.
weekend, everybody.
You too. All right then. Bye.